hangry.
All right, we are live. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the Ready Playbook, Blades Bahamut. We are in episode 3 right now, and we got a fun session today. So, where we left off last, you all made your way over to the town of Elfheed. We're able to find out that you got portaled into the tavern of Elfheed's Ore. Did some investigating. You found out that someone actually barricaded themselves in to Elfheed's Ore, but you couldn't figure out who or where that person was. Doing some investigation, some of you found out that there was actually an underground mining tunnel in the basement, along with notes leading you to find out that upstairs you were able to figure out that someone who's not actually part of the population of this town has been investigating the Elfheed mansion for unknown reasons. Through eventual more investigation, you're able to figure out that they were trying to procure samples of some kind of liquid that they were making, unable to figure out what they were at this point. You eventually found out a gentleman named Car Everett was contacted by this person to retrieve the samples and bring them back to her, with the trade-off that she would have the ability to pull them through the storm that's stopping the population from leaving. Also on the side, you found out that anybody surviving any of the events that's going on here are eventually succumbing to a severe depression, so much so that they are eventually just dying in their beds. Other than that, you do find corpses around the town, as some of them have taken what seems some of them have been killed by this creature that's been roaming around, along with, you eventually found out when you found your opposite team over at Elfheed Inn, that there's another creature that lives within the storm, as you only saw its spiritual hands come through, these bone crackling, creepy, skinny, long-figured hands come in and just break their necks with a simple movement, as something is stalking the literal storm in the area.
Like a glow stick.
Yeah, right. You all had fun playing around with lights in the Elfheed Inn. We're able to procure some property, the map of both the town and the mining area. I have actually updated the actual map so you actually can see where the mine actually goes to. So the numbers actually show the different locations of where the mine has exits and entrances to. Riverfront Mill, Elfheed's Ore, Wizard's Hope, the unknown property behind the mansion, and the shanty. Eventually finding out that the creature that's been walking around, this large, overly sized, large, at least 15-foot tall, giant minotaur that has been distorted, has like these weird malformations all over its body, eventually is attracted to the sound of the horses right by you. As it looks at them, you all decide to not turn off your lights, so it freaks out the creature, pisses off, and you immediately run out of there, heading to Wizard's Hope, with the assumption that that will lead you over to another part of the mining tunnel. As you get in, this simple 2-floor lighthouse immediately expands as it re-enchants itself to the entrance of new people. And that is where we left off. So, you're inside Wizard's Hope.
Ooh.
My screen's taking a little bit to load, but don't know why it's taking a little bit to load. But yes, it is. And all in all, it does expand into a 3-floor tower, wide. And let me just reload my page because my image is not fully coming in. Oh, there we go.
Did we put our tokens down?
You can put your tokens down if you'd like. So you're all on the first floor.
Fireplace.
I can't see shit.
I remember how to do this. Totally. Oh, I'm so little. Wait, we're so small.
Yes, so they will be tinier because to make the
board.
rooms look bigger, I created the grid at a smaller dimension. So that way it's not these I couldn't fit so
big
many
honking room.
different floors on what so they are large rooms. Compared to what it looked like on the outside, as soon as you close the door, the room just expands and becomes this large
Holy moly.
mansion-sized
50 feet across.
tower.
How do I? I've forgotten how to do this.
I guess this carpet was probably at the
So
front door.
just go to your character, drag the character onto the screen.
I'm trying.
If you pick up your name from the
Gotta grab
list.
your name.
Yeah, not the.
Because I also clicked my token and I thought, roll 20, you
Oh,
are
there's
broken.
the door.
A very
get in
small
here?
rage.
Be like, roll 20, can you not? And just work for me, please? Thanks.
He's not loading, guys.
Not? Are you kidding me?
I'm there in spirit.
How did not get
Excuse
sponsored
me,
by Roll20?
sir.
Please, sir, I'd like a token.
Alright. Okay. Let me see if I can pull you on.
Please.
How do we hide the thing on the bottom here with
Hide-
our?
You can't hide it. You can make it smallest.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you go into
okay,
your
yeah.
settings and there's just a way to turn it to just no picture.
No picture. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I think it's like no avatar or something like that.
Yeah, under settings, under audio and video, then
course.
select video display.
Just realize
Names
we're all
only.
standing
Thank
in
you,
Oh,
dear.
yeah, you can
You
select
guys
names
all
only.
see different than me,
Yeah.
so it's nice you guys are working together for this.
I was drawn to the light and flame like a moth, like a tiny moth.
I don't know, you're awful big for a moth. Gotta be big for something, right?
It's all relative.
That's
so we got
right.
it all figured out.
No,
No.
we're still missing one.
Me.
Okay. Here, let me drag you
Load.
on and see if you can control your character after I drag him.
We're missing our boy.
Okay.
So we're missing Gaju.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my stubborn druid.
No.
Oh yeah.
No,
okay, there we
let
go.
him go.
All right, right here.
No,
see if you
there he
can.
is.
See if you can move.
Yay!
I was gonna say, thank goodness.
All right, so you enter into this large, lavish room. The room itself is perfectly clean. Not a single spot of dust anywhere. You have yourself this is the entrance you came in, wrapping around the outside corridor. You see a large stairwell up here. The sound of the place is empty, but not so empty that it actually creeps you out. There's also almost a sense of calm in the place. You have a lit fireplace down here on the southwestern corridor. Several very, very, very extravagant couches and chairs for a setup. Large crimson carpet. You have a almost kind of looks like a piano that would be in a chapel here.
Mm.
The only thing that is kind of a little bit messy compared to everything else is there's bookcases over here, and on the table there's plenty of books that just scattered all over, opened up at different pages. It's the only thing that is a mess upon this floor. As far as the dimensions of the floor itself, the height of this floor, the ceiling itself goes up 50 feet in height, with a large, extravagant chandelier hanging down of pearl and silver that naturally gives almost an ethereal aura to the place. Other than that, you can't. Other than the light that's coming from the fireplace, you can't really figure out where the natural illumination is. The room is just well lit, but there's no torches anywhere else on the walls.
Can I go look at the books
Yeah,
on the table
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just
yeah.
see what the pages are open to?
yeah. So there's like a total of 8 different books. You can give me an investigation check. If you want to spend some time kind of going through the books. It will not be quick, but you can give yourself some time to kind of look it over.
Could I
Can I
help?
come help?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
So if we're gonna have
Sure,
So if we're gonna have more than 2 people, each of you give me an investigation check of who's gonna spend time on the books.
Okay.
I'll search around the room.
Okay.
I got 13 for
I
investigation.
am also going to be searching around the room because I see stairs up, but I do not see stairs down, and what we want is an entrance to the
Got it.
tunnels.
To the mine.
All right.
Yeah.
So first off, because we did start off with the books, let me get the total number of. For Zephinia, what'd you get for your investigation?
19?
All right, Manuel
13.
and Dahlia. I couldn't hear you.
7.
10. Sorry.
10.
I didn't add it. to
Okay.
it.
It's gonna take you some time. We'll get back to you guys as far as the total, but you are taking some time going through the books. Not only are you, as far as first glance, most of the books are kind of going over specific spells. At first glance, this is very much a individual spell books, but not like spells you can actually like use for attack, but these are like researching certain spells, like almost like someone's going through like a dictionary of kind of like a WebMD, like they're putting in all the symptoms of what they're finding, and they're trying to figure out what spell it actually is.
Are there any notes or just books?
They're just all books. No one has taken down any notes.
Okay.
As far as people investigating around the room, each of you give me an investigation check to investigate the outer areas of the room and maybe some of the stuff within.
Yeah, I'm also going to roll up the carpet at some point.
Okay, cool.
There's going to be a trap.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, all right. First natural 20, I love it.
Twice?
-1 is 9.
All right, so starting off with our natural 20, you might want to write this down because I'll have a few things for you.
Okay.
So first off, starting off with the fireplace. You notice that the fireplace itself, even though it is lit, there is no heat coming from it. But the room itself is considerably warm considering to the opposite of the outside. Where the outside was very chilly and cold due to the rain and the storm. Not only is this room dry, but it's not warmed up due to the fire. It's just naturally warm. You even put your hand up to the fire and it doesn't burn you. The fire pit itself is quite large as you look at it. It's actually deep in the wall, as in like it's big enough that if there was no fire there, it'd probably be 20 feet deep. You look at the chairs, you look at the sofa, and you see that even though they're perfectly clean, there are imprints of like where someone sat as their favorite chair, and that naturally be here. As in, that one is the one that's most distorted due to someone sitting compared to the other spots.
Investigate the buck roofs. See if you can tell who it was.
See you later.
As far as the natural 20 that'll give you is that you notice when you're walking over the carpet, you do feel almost a different sound as you walk over the center portion of it, as you kind of walk with a little more weight. And as you do, you hear a click on the piano. As far as both of you, since you both rolled me checks, you do notice that the stairwell that leads its way upstairs is quite long, but you are able to see a light upstairs as it's illuminated exactly like this room, and you don't hear anything upstairs as far as anyone moving, but this is all stone. There's not wood anywhere, so as far as anybody walking around, if they're quiet, you wouldn't be able to hear it. You also do notice that for both of you, because you are both spellcasters, you do notice that your spells can't outreach the building. They can't pass through the walls. So if you cast any kind of detect magic, it can't go through the wall. If you decide to cast any kind of spell, it can't break through the wall. It feels like it's a both way. Whoever is researching magic, no one can feel it or sense it outside the building, but also that person is safe in this building from having their magic. Maybe if it explodes, it doesn't harm the rest of the
Gotcha.
As you're noticing everybody looking at the books on the table, you both do notice a certain organization to the books that are on the shelves. On the first shelf on the left, they're all organized by whether it's an evocations book, whether it's a necromancy book, whatever type of magic it is. But they're all super old. But you notice on this one, they're just haphazardly put together.
Okay.
And look at that shelf. See if there's like any hidden things behind the books, like somebody just shoved them in quickly.
Well, you're at the table though, right?
Okay, so that was us
Yeah.
seeing that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the people looking
No,
at
I
the
was just
books.
saying while they're looking, that was what's going
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Sorry. Never mind.
on. But yeah.
Looking at my books.
The chandelier itself, you can definitely tell, has no magical properties other than it might be enchanted with something, but it doesn't naturally, it's not like summoned there by a magical property.
Okay.
Other than that, this floor, you could definitely tell, you feel like your magical power is maybe more proficient here.
Dira, what are you checking out right now?
I was gonna roll up the carpet, so
I'll help
that
you.
was my thing. I'm gonna do the thing.
Yeah, I'll help you. Also, I cannot move my token.
Okay, so I'll move
But
for
I
you.
do-
That's usually what happens if I put someone's token on myself. Where do you want to go?
Okay. I guess just right beside Dira, which it's fine for now, but
Okay,
Roll
so
it up toward the door.
you're gonna roll
What?
the rug towards the door.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You start rolling up. You find out it's a very, very thick rug. We're gonna come back to both of you because as you're rolling it up, it does get quite large. It's gonna take a little. It won't take forever, but we're gonna go back over to the other group.
it's heavy.
It's heavy. As you, the three of you, as you're looking at the books, like I said, it looks like it's a backwards like translation. You're starting to figure out that whoever was going through these books, you can kind of at least at starting point figure out that they were confused about what was happening with the town, and they were like going through. They were writing down every symptom of what was happening. People getting overly depressed, storm happening, and each book is going over different spells of those specific that would create those specific properties to a town. But as you're going through them, none of every page it's on isn't it. Like they even has like a little bookmark next to it that just kind of like shows like this is where they left off, but it isn't what they found. As you go through more of the books, it's kind of following the same thing. Whoever's tower this is, whether it was the wizard of town or just the regular just mage, it's hard to tell if either this person was trying to figure it out for research purposes or they caused it on purpose or an accident. It just shows that they're researching its progress. But you can't really figure out if they were trying to figure out its progress to try to stop it, or figure out its progress because they effed up, or they're whatever. It's hard to tell, just because there's no notes really on the table other than just where they left off in their books.
Okay. I think if they're looking at the book still, I will turn to look at the bookshelves. So.
Hang on a second. I'm just gonna turn Dolly up a little bit.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay. What were you saying?
If they're still looking at the books, I think I want to go look at the bookshelf
Okay.
myself to see maybe if there is a book that whoever owns this castle or tower didn't grab that could catch my eye potentially.
Okay. So you're going to this one or this one?
Well, I don't know about the alphabetizing and then the non-alphabetizing thing, so I would go to the one that's nearest to me first.
Okay.
So probably this one.
All right. So because they're all magical, I need you to give me an Arcana check.
I can do that. 18.
18. All right. So, like I mentioned to the others before, they're categorized based on the class of magic that they are. But as you pull some of them out, with the exception of a couple books, it's very common level spell books you could find at any basic like mage store. As you open up the books, whether or not the books are worn, aged, or in a pretty pristine condition, since none of them really seem perfect, the pages are blank. I'd say with your roll, you do know that it is not uncommon for a mage to use a protection spell on their inventory to not make it where they can't be stolen, but if they got stolen, no one could copy their spells, so they make them unreadable. Whether or not they change the language to an impossible language, or they just make the books blank pages.
Okay. Be like that. I'm going to set those books aside. Then I would want to go investigate the other shelf just to see if there's something else there.
Okay. So give me,
Should I roll
because
for
of that
too?
one's a little bit more just disorganized, give me an investigation check on that one.
14.
Okay. So as you're going through the disorganized shelf, it takes you a little bit. How long do you want to spend investigating its cluster F of a mess?
I do find it probably suspicious if the other one is very neat, but this one's a little messier. But I'm not going to waste time if everyone else is busy, then I'll be busy. So probably maybe I would say 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay. So what you figure out in 5 minutes is that you can tell that there is disorganization, but it seems like there's a purpose to it. You go through, you do figure out that there is a pattern somewhere in there, but spending only 5 minutes on it, you can't figure out what the pattern is. You don't notice, it doesn't click to you that there's actually a method to the madness until you finally walk away. As it just kind of clicks to you as you walk away, it's like, wait, maybe? But with 5 minutes, you don't really figure out what the pattern is, if there is one. With the group rolling up the carpet, you are able to get into a large bundle and move it out of the way. There is a mixture of two things on the floor. One is a large exposed piece of brick. It is what was stepped on before to create the trigger that made the click. Looks like every time you walk over it, the click happens. You walk over it the second time, the click happens. You walk over it again, it's 2 clicks. Walk over it again, it's a single click. So every other time depends on what it's 2 or 1. You do find another spot that is a latched door. There is no handle, there is no rope, there is nothing. You just see, specifically because you are looking for it, that there is a very, very faded line, square size, roughly 5 by 5 underneath the actual rug. But as far as you can't feel, there's no way to get your hands in to pull it up. You can assume that there's a command word to open it.
We both heard the click?
You would have heard the click. Whether either one of you, whatever one of you heard the first time after you rolled up the carpet, you would have heard it from walking over it.
I know you heard it before because you were the one who got the nat 20. So if you point it out to me, I'm just gonna go over and go on the organ.
You're just gonna wail at it?
Yeah, just pick a random
Spin
horrible
around
chord.
what?
Yeah. I'm like, there could be somebody here.
Okay. All right. So just go on there and just roll me a performance check just on the piano.
That should be entertaining. Or it could be a 21.
Oh wow. Okay, so you just go over there, just like thinking, like, you know what? Let's just wail on it. But even though it doesn't sound fantastic, as I'm assuming you don't really have too much musical know-how, as you're pressing through it, you just happen to hit the right keys where more clicks keep happening.
Oh.
And you hear a notch, like a click happen somewhere upstairs. Like it's loud enough that all of you hear it. Even the people that are at the table that not even watching what you were doing, other than the fact it's like, why are you wailing on the piano? And then everybody looks up and you hear clicks like, wait, what?
I'm gonna start making my way upstairs, and I'm gonna turn around and say, I don't know if that was part of what we were supposed to do to get that door open, which I'm assuming you guys are trying to do. Or
Yeah?
if somebody's up there, but we should at least figure it out. I
Can
don't want
I
somebody coming down.
Fair
Can I
enough.
investigate the organ a little bit more?
Yeah. Are you gonna like actually go through and investigate it, or like piece
Yeah.
by piece, or you
yeah,
can actually like play it and investigate with pressing keys?
investigate, not like playing it.
Okay,
just
cool. All right,
kinda
so yeah,
check
give me an
it out.
investigation check on the actual device.
Okay. $18.
18. You're going through it. You're trying to like find out maybe if there's like maybe a hidden spot behind it. Maybe there's like a handprint of maybe someone moved in it. You eventually do, like, as you're put your hand around it, you do eventually like slide over a spot that all of a sudden you just feel a little bump, and then you push it back over, and the actual a couple of the actual I forgot what they're called, but the tubes for the actual sound actually open up as like these gears start activating, and they expose themselves, and you find yourself two large keys hanging within them, both emerald, full emerald, as in like they're actually carved from an emerald stone.
Okay.
They're almost identical. The only difference is one is larger with a 2 hooks aiming down with 1 hook aiming up. The other one is 3 hooks aiming down with none aiming up. They're both pretty large. They are roughly, if you decide to put them up side by side, the monorail, they'd be half her height.
Okay.
That's pretty
Ow.
small.
Not for a key, it's not.
That's a
Okay,
pretty big key.
That's a very
So
big
if we
key.
stack them both, are they taller than Monreal?
What's that?
That is how we'll be measuring everything. The rest
I think it's measured in units of Montreal.
It's a troll. It's 17 Monreals tall.
Ooh.
Hey, Monreal,
I
get back
guess-
here. I am not going to do this for measurement again. No, just come back here.
Flying away now.
But yes, you have the two
Um,
larger keys. Compared to their
Okay.
size, they're actually not that heavy. Even though they really
Okay.
match like the size of like a short sword or rapier, they're about half the weight.
Okay. And I was able to pull those out, no problem.
Yeah, there wasn't like
Okay.
anything that held them into place. It just, once the gears opened up the actual organ, the latch that locked them in unlocked itself. So they were just like hanging by an actual thread that was hanging them inside the actual organ, like on a
Okay.
hook.
I guess I'm gonna like hold them up to Dira so she can see them.
Okay.
There's no keyhole in the floor. I don't know.
Those might be important.
You're
for
doing better than
upstairs.
me. Well, hold on to them.
Will do.
Rest of the group, what would you all like to be doing? Going upstairs?
Does anyone want to look at this bookshelf? It looks suspiciously disorganized.
You
I'd
got
love
this.
to.
Suspiciously disorganized. No one is this disorganized. There must be a method to the madness.
I'm just
Ah.
this one is very nice and neat, and then this one is very messy. So I just feel like, I don't know, wizards be really smart sometimes. So I just figured there might be something going on here. I feel like there's a pattern.
All of a
Just gonna
sudden,
make-
oh, go ahead.
I'm just gonna make sure that nobody's coming down from inside the tower.
Perception check, please.
Oh my goodness. If we're not alone.
Good perception.
Natural
To
20.
be fair, the tower.
Ooh.
As you're peeking up the steps without fully walking on them, you're able to see the light up there. You see no shadows moving within the light, and you don't hear any sound. If anyone is up there, they are staying perfectly still.
Oh.
I'm gonna stay where I'm at and watch upstairs, just to make sure nothing is going to sneak up on us. Unreal, were you gonna say something?
Yes. So as the as I hear the wizards be smart thing, this whole time I've been sitting at the table, like I pulled up to it, I kind of jumped up into the chair, I can just barely see over it. My cane is sitting next to me, and I prestidigitated a coin, and I've just been rolling it between my fingers as I just, peruse the books.
Okay.
My little clockwork spider is out, not running, but just out. I just like having them around. And when I hear the wizards be smart, I'm like, oh, wizards, you say? And I hop down from the chair, grab my cane, and I make my way over to the bookcase. And I was like, what do you've got going on here?
I think there's a pattern here in this bookshelf. It's not it's purposely disorganized. There's no randomness to it, but I can't figure out what the pattern is.
So, I'll give you both an option of how you want to do this as far as investigating it. So, because investigation was already used at the whole thing, you're trying to find something specific. So, this is going to be a perception check. Either both of you can individually give me a perception check, or one of you can give me a perception check with advantage.
It couldn't be an arcana check?
Nope.
Because they're magic books.
Okay.
Who has a higher perception?
I don't know what that means. So probably you, right? Is that how that works?
I just imagine Monreal just has like big ass glasses. Like, I have no perception. I see right here.
I have no idea. Yeah, I do have terrible eyesight, so they are a little bit thicker. So you get just a little bit of the magnification.
I imagine you got like those glasses that has like the 20 different attachments to it, so like it keeps turning into like a cover reading something.
I've got the little the like jeweler's loops
Yeah.
and stuff all around it. Yeah, so that when I need to tinker, I'm just like, yeah.
I just imagine like that's your way of meeting people is like you keep zooming in on them to like investigate them.
Just looking at them like, you know this one's X-ray, right? Just kidding.
Okay.
But good job.
Look it.
Do you want to roll with me, or do you want me to roll with advantage?
Why don't you roll with advantage, whatever that is? Must be something with that perception. I don't know.
I don't know how to respond to that. Okay, but good news is I got an unnatural 20 with advantage, so.
Okay. Going through it, you eventually, it takes you to roughly about 5 minutes, but you're able to figure out the pattern. Even though they're disorganized, you find out between every 5 books, specifically 5 books, it's a 5-book mess, and there's always between those 5, there's a book specifically for enchantment. Then 5 more mess, then book of enchantment, 5 more mess, so on and so forth. As you go through the books, you're individually checking each one until you pull one out, and as you pull it, the bookcase itself disappears. as you find yourself a secret room behind.
I turn and I go, very perceptive.
Thank you.
What's behind the?
So you go inside. Compared to the rest of the place, there's no light in this room. In fact, as you open it, the light refuses to actually enter the room. It still stops at the line of the bookcase. But the room itself is not deep. It's roughly about like a little cubbyhole, like 20 feet in. It's actually shallower than the actual rest of the actual room, so it's only about a 10-foot height. But you find yourself a small... Compared to the rest of the place, this desk seems a little bit more like found at a garage sale kind of style, with a few pieces of notes on it and what looks like a spell book opened halfway. It has a small candle that's not lit, along with what looks like a small glass case containing a magnifying glass and specifically what looks like a quill and ink.
That'll help you with your perception.
Oh, perfect. I need this ink too. I pocket the ink.
You just pocket the ink, like just F it. You're
I
just gonna
pocket-
pocket. Fair enough. All right, you just pocket the ink. All right, cool.
Nice
so-
value.
So there's more in the room but that's all we can see from the doorway.
That's all you can really see without fully, like, enveloping yourself in the room.
Are there any? Oh, go ahead, please.
I do want to cast, to see if it works, I would like to cast dancing lights in there and see if I could have the lights spread out in four corners
'Kay,
to see if
so-
that would illuminate the room.
You lift up your hand to cast dancing lights. As soon as they enter into the void of the room, they disengage and they disappear.
Oh, I'm out of ideas.
I've got it. I reach into a satchel along my little bandolier of various vials and potions and boxes, and there's a wrench in there.
You've got a lot of stuff.
I travel light though. And I reach into the satchel and I pull out a lighter from my tinkering, and I click the lighter on and I hold it over the line into the room, and to see if my tiny light goes out.
Okay. All right, so
Was it?
is it magical or is it part of your Tinkerer's tools?
It's part of my tinkerer's tools.
Okay, so it does work inside the room.
Ooh, excellent. Now I'm the perceptive one.
Good job.
I step into the room towards the book.
Okay. As you enter
Yeah.
the room, you're able to at least illuminate this 20-foot room. What you cannot see in the darkness, there is on the left and the right side are shelves. On top of the shelves, there are portraits. From first glance, they look like portraits of different wizards. Just sitting there in the very extravagant way that a painting would be done, where they were sitting still for roughly about X amount of hours while someone was actually painting them. All nice robes on, sitting in the cornered position on a very luxurious chair. But you can clearly see that most of them, based off what you know of mages, these are probably each of them at their prime. Pretty old. And you know, with mages, the older they get, probably the more knowledge that they have obtained in most circumstances, especially if they have wealth. You do have bookshelves. They are all locked with large enchanted chains that stop books from coming out. And then you do see that the floor itself is actually, instead of it being stone like the rest of the area, this is actually more kind of like a gravel that was flattened out.
I thought it was going to be lava.
No.
floor is
It looks
lava.
like because this was like an extension of the place, it couldn't get the same treatment as the rest of the place, so it was just rubble, and then someone just kind of like smoothed it out with some kind of tool.
Are we inside yet, Manuel?
Yeah, I stepped inside. I'm I've got the lighter in one hand and my cane in the other, and I'm heading towards the book.
I'm going to follow her in, but I'm going to be like super. Actually, if my magic doesn't work in here, then I will have my dagger out. That's gonna be the thing.
Okay.
But
You do notice that in this room, magic can't work. You don't understand why, you don't understand how, but every time you even think about trying to cast a spell, if it requires any kind of like verbal, as soon as you try to speak it, your voice is gone. If you try to do somatic, you can't remember the hand gesture it requires.
oh, that's stressful.
Like you just seem at loss of how to use magic. But when you're outside and you cast a spell, it just happened to, once it hit inside the room, the magic was disengaged. You can at least figure out that the room itself probably has a barrier on it. You can't figure out why, but the room itself, magic is not allowed.
I think there's something very important to me.
Yeah, I think there's something going on here. What kind of books do you lock up like that? I don't.
There's one
That's-
like
that's-
shady book in the center, right?
Yes, there is an open book in the center. And from this distance, which you can tell without actually touching it, it is open. Since you can't see the cover, since it is open, you can at least see the brim of it, and it is full metallic gold covering. Each page itself has a natural silver like aura around it, as if it's naturally exhuming some kind of magical property that just gives it a more luxurious texture.
I touched the book.
I was about to say be careful.
I need you to give me a charisma saving throw, Monreal.
No!
Okay, that's all right. It's okay. We're all good. We're all good. 7.
Oh, no. All right. So, as you touch the book, haphazardly, I might say, you immediately touch the book. As far as Dahlia, Monreal disappears. Monreal will get back to you.
I don't touch the book, and I see Monreal disappear in front of me, and I'm like, oh shit.
Give me a perception check, Dahlia.
Okay. Oh. Okay, this is my favorite dice for right now. That's going to be a 21.
Nice. As using your perception as it happened, even though you weren't really paying attention to it, it's not necessarily that Monreal disappeared, but very, very split second got sucked up into the book. Like you could literally see the energy get pulled into the book.
Oh no. Okay. Side question: does her lighter disappear with her?
It depends.
not?
Monreal, were you holding the lighter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, then it
So
disappears.
Oh no.
So right
Guys,
now the
we
room
have
is
a problem.
darkened. The room itself is darkened, other than what's on the desk. You have
Oh,
lost.
I'm in
You've
the
lost everything other than the exit way out. But realistically, the only things you don't see are the side walls, the shelves, the books, and the portraits.
Does dark vision work in here, or is there a magical presence that makes
Dark vision does not work.
shit? Okay. I'm going to. I don't want to leave her. I'm going to like shuffle towards the exit, and I'm going to call out and be like, we have a problem.
I hear that and just
Just book it.
run toward the voice.
Yep.
Okay.
She
Same.
gets as far as we have a problem, and I run in her direction.
I will slowly saunter over.
So as you all kind of caught up in that room, you all notice that whether or not you have dark vision, the room itself is impossibly dark other than just seeing the desk.
What's wrong?
So Monreal was here. She was in front of me. We were looking at this book. She had the lighter, and then she touched the book, and she's gone. She's gone. I don't know where she is.
Like,
I was
she
like
just
this
disappeared.
far from touching
She
the
went
book.
into the book, and I don't know what to do. This is a wizard's tower. She was a wizard. I thought she would know, and now she's gone.
Monreal? Can you hear us?
Monreal, you can give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. How are we gonna measure things now?
That is the only problem with this.
Yeah. No. Hey, I have made myself a valuable member of the team.
That's right. You
I will have anybody do anything to save my tiny, mischievous ass. Yes. And I rolled a 15.
15. Damn, my piece is falling up. You open up your eyes, Monreal, and you find yourself into what looks like empty space. You can still walk on what seems like a groundless floor, just black around you. There's still bits and pieces of light all over the place, like a very, very, very darkened space itself, where stars are very few and thin. And as you're just looking around, you don't see anything, but you do get the slightest sound of someone calling out to you.
Okay, so I've woken up, everything is dark around me.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see anything other than just like the motes of light?
You can give me
like far off?
You can either give me an investigation or arcana, or no, either investigation or arcana. Yeah.
Arcana it is.
Okay.
16.
As you try to focus and use whatever energy you have to try to figure out where you are, you start relying on magic more to actually see, and you start seeing almost like images are sliding past, like almost like fitting a scene, like you're changing channels on a TV. Like different things are happening where you see, first off, like almost looks like you're getting be pulled into a room, and then all of a sudden it changes again, and you get pulled into like a library, and then you get pulled in again, and you go back into different places of your life. And then eventually you get pulled into the blackness itself again. And then you're literally hovering over the room that everybody's watching the book in. As you can't get close enough to let them know that you're there, but you're just kind of like, almost kind of like astral projecting yourself above them.
Okay. So at first I was okay with this because I'm from the Underdark, so big dark places, whatever, totally fine. Then I'm astral projecting. And there's a bit of a you guys, hey, you guys, and
None of you can hear her.
I prestidigitate a booming sound, an amplification of my voice going, "How can you measure?"
All right, everyone but Monreal, give me a perception check.
My goodness. Is it D20?
That's a 5. Sorry, Monreal.
11.
Is investigation?
A perception.
Perception. 21.
Okay, so for everybody who got at least a 16, which seems like most of you, you immediately just hear this bellowing above you as you just hear, like, how are you going to measure? As you immediately look up, you don't see anything other than the ceiling, but you clearly hear Monreal just yell at all of you.
Zephania rolls her eyes and just shakes her head like, what? Anybody else? Can you use magic? What spell is this?
What spell is what?
I didn't hear anything.
Obviously it's a spell. She's here somewhere. Maybe she's invisible.
Oh, she's not dead.
Dira, Sylphania, did you guys enter the room?
Yes.
Dira, do you still have the light spoon in your armor?
I had tucked it away, but I'll pull it out, and I'm sure it won't do anything.
Is it still lit?
It should, because I think she just cast light on it.
Would it work in the room though? DM?
I doubt it.
Let's see. Okay, so what spell was used to give it light?
That was Monreal.
Okay, Monreal, do you remember when you did the spoon, were you giving it magical light, or were you doing something with your tinkerer's tools to give it light?
That was magical tinkering.
Magical tinkering, so that would have been something
Yeah.
with your artificer.
Is it-
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's in infusion? Okay.
So
Yeah.
because artificer's magic is completely different, it works.
Oh!
Okay.
I'm
Because
holding
even
it
though
up
it
like
is
like
magic, it is
like when
essentially
it's-
their
like they're
own
holding the
specific
spoon in the air.
specific gadgets that's making it work.
Okay.
So you have this small spoon that's illuminating light for everyone. You do look up to where the sound came from, and the ceiling almost looks like it has this small shadow almost being pulled from it, like this bubble in the ceiling of this pulsating shadow that's just hovering over you.
Is it a ghost?
Record, I'm not standing in the room. I'm standing outside of it.
Okay, so then you don't see you don't see the shadow.
I have a
Monreal?
crowbar
Is that
in
you?
my backpack, and I poke it.
So you poke at it, Monreal. You see this happen, and you like think it's like, oh crap, and immediately, but it just goes through, and you don't feel it as it just like they would have got you, but it goes through you as you don't have a physical form right now. But they did go. They did
Nope,
essentially
not
contact
Monreal.
you. Monreal,
She's very physical.
Then what is it?
is there
don't know.
something, Monreal, that you want to do, either in where you were in the dark area, or while you were in the in your astral projection like form?
I want to go back into the room and
Back in-
touch the book.
So you go back and you touch the book, and as soon as you're about to touch it, you immediately hear a voice from an older, what sounds like an old, like raspy voice. Don't touch the book.
Okay, okay, why not? I was going back for seconds. Rather rude.
You
I'm
already
sorry. Who?
You already disrupted the
Oh.
balance of the book. Don't use it again.
Oh, this book, and I hold my finger right above it. What would happen if I did?
All right, we're gonna play this. Got it. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh.
Sorry, which flavor?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Which flavor?
16.
All right. You don't get any damage from this, but immediately as you're about to like touch it, you immediately get pulled, like something grabbed you with the spectral hand and just ripped you out of the room and just threw you right over on top of the couch. As you were sitting on the couch, you see on the chair that was the most, worn chair, you see a gentleman, hood down, long tapestry styled kind of robes, a lot of gold paisley and silver, and over extravagant as far as style, on sitting smoking a quite large pipe, long braided beard, bald, sitting there. I don't know what you're doing here, but you've already messed with the book. Don't mess with it again. Just be patient. This will be all over soon.
I reach back and I put my hood up and I go, "Game recognized game."
What?
So I did. What you? It's a common phrase in the Underdark. Have you not been down there?
I'm not familiar with the Underdark, no, but I'm not quite sure where you're going with this. I'm not familiar. I've never been.
Okay, so I will attempt to cast Prestidigitate to make my own large smoking pipe,
Okay.
Oh my god.
and I'll take a and blow out it.
He just kind of looks
Couple
at you,
smoke rings.
confused. Just,
So let's talk about this book.
you, let me guess. You didn't even read the book before you decided to touch it all haphazardly?
Well, hon, I was going to, but it was up on the table, and I can't read it when it's up on the table, so I had to reach up to grab the book and bring it down so I could read it with my tiny eyes.
Your giant glasses.
As he just like as you notice as you look around, the rest of the actual building is like gone from you. The only spot that's available to you other than the darkness is just like this living area, which is like, you know, the fireplace to the couch to the chairs. You don't even see your friends in the back corner anymore. As he, you know, starts taking like a big hit of his pipe, and then he kind of just knocks it out and immediately refills it back up. As he's kind of like being very like, you're on my time right now, so give me a second, as he repads all the tobacco back in his pipe, lights it back up. Well, the see, the book is something that I've been writing for 20 plus years. The energy from it is, well, let's say it hasn't been perfected yet. And the reason why it's in that room is because the room is void of magic. But you decide to get in contact with it. It's to be specific, it's specifically supposed to be my notes of travels until I got to this place and picking up different custom spells that each wizard has made as I have made my way to different towns and have learned from other wizards and all the different twists on spells and, you know, different kind of potions and elixirs that they've made. But, you know, since it's not finalized, it is an unprotected book. Therefore, I got to make sure the energy doesn't leak out. And for me to research it properly, I need to come to this place within the book to truly read on all my letters and all the information I've written down. It's way more helpful than legitimately sit on a chair and actually recall in all the tales. I can literally, and he kind of like pulls like his hand up, and you see him talking to like another mage, you know, black hair, tied up tight, smaller beard, well kept, very similarly. Looks kind of more kind of like maybe like a necromancer, as he's pulling up like images of like memories of when he was actually encountering different people as he's learned from their spells and he's remembering certain things. The way he's kind of putting it out is that this is an easier way for him to log all his spells. But as he's doing it, as you watch him, it also looks like he's getting to the age of a human where he's kind of going through dementia and he just can't read properly as far as remembering. So going through the actual tales is like the only way that he can truly understand the spells that he's learned. And you start to figure out that you're not actually astral projecting, but you are just living within the book. And give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
6. The only thing that you really notice from this that seems of import to you is he starts to go over, as he kind of like passes by them, like it doesn't mean anything to him, but it's like someone going through like a clicking through a channel, and then you pass something and they keep going through. You notice something real quick, that it seems like he forgot that he was researching what was happening to the town, and he's figured it out, but he forgot about it. But he has all the information logged about what happened to the town.
Oh. So as he's talking, and these images are coming up, I slowly do a couple more on the pipe, and I go, "I'd like to apologize to you. I think we got off on the wrong foot. I didn't realize I was going to read your diary. I would suck someone into my diary too. I always keep it under my pillow. Don't tell my comrades." And honestly, they don't want to know what would happen if they touched it. I understand. I'm sorry. So, um, I did I did notice you've got this spot here. I would love if you could tell me more about what you were researching in this town. Like that looked pretty bad. Maybe I could even help. Maybe I'm a wizard myself. I mean, not of as great stature as you, but what I lack in experience, I make up for in enthusiasm.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
She's working it, y'all.
18.
18. As you're sweet talking the old man, he just kind of, well, it's always good to find another mage, and I do recall something about what I was doing here. He just kind of covers up his pipe as he puts it on the side. He gently lays it on this small tray, and he just kind of, as he gets himself up and he kind of stretches out his back, so you see that now he's like his height is probably about 6'6". It's this tall, slender humanoid. As he comes up over to you and he stretches down his long, skinny arm as he just reaches out to you. Ebras Felian, nice to meet you.
Monreal Labrat, it's my pleasure.
It's always an honor to find another mage in their great journey of discovery and knowledge. I mean, I've went around my whole life persuading other mages to give me a piece of their knowledge, and it's only fair that I give you a piece of mine. Kind of, closes his eyes and just kind of like rubs his forehead a little bit as you start seeing like the image get pulled back up. As he looks, he's like, "Oh, that's right. Sorry, it's just been a trying week. Right. The town was afflicted by something I can't remember. But I remember it was something with the mansion. They were doing some experiments. There was some creature. I can't remember. He kind of.
What was it? Was it very tall? Maybe vaguely minotaur shaped?
No. I mean, there was one. There was a creature walking around like a giant, but it could have been a minotaur. But there was something else. There was something that there was, and he's immediately like opens his, just opens his palms as you now see the whole room. But as you see the room now, it is cluttered with mess. Books are all over the place as if he was like possessed to go through every book through his bookshelf. The chairs overturned, the rug is all a mess. You can see that he pulled out some of the keys out of the piano. Maybe he forgot the actual specific key he needed. And in this world that he made is more of his actual mind compared to the tidiness of the actual reality that he left. As he immediately starts haphazardly going through all of his books, as it looks like he's just not finding the right thing. Give me a Arcana check for me.
10.
The whole floor is just scattered with books. Like as you walk in, it almost looks like a hoarder's house where the book is on every inch of the floor, covered with 5 more books. as you're trying to walk your way through, you see that there's a few books illuminated in different corners, but they are quite far from you, and from this distance you can't really make out what they do, what they're called, but you do see like almost kind of like if someone kind of like pinged a magical icon on them, like, and you were the only one who saw it.
Okay. I'm gonna head over there.
Okay. As you start making your way over to the certain spots, there are 3 spots where the books would be. So one's pinged over pretty close to the steps. One is another book on the table. And another one is actually pinged in the bookshelf.
Oh my gosh. I wonder if that was the pattern. Oh. Thank you so much, Everest. This is amazing. I can't tell you how much you've helped me. This is really something you've made here. I am absolutely wowed. I mean, by this whole place, I hope to gain a fraction of your wisdom and power here. Wow, I think you might have just saved me and my friends.
Give me just just give me an intelligence check.
$11.
As you can feel like as he stands up and he, just reaches over you as he comes down and he gives you a big handshake with both hands as he lifts you up in the air and he's shaking you as he's also casting a spell to pull you back out of the book. It's good to always see another friend, as he looks like he maybe thinks that you're someone from his past, but as you feel like he almost bestows a piece of knowledge on you that you don't quite understand yet. You immediately get pulled back as everybody hears someone drop in the living room from the ceiling. As immediately you're like, ah, and you immediately fall right into the middle of the actual living room.
I guess I just
Welcome
turn
back.
around.
Run out.
I'm over here praying for Monreal's soul. I'm doing my cleric duty. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so everyone gathers around me and
Run over, pick her up. You all right?
yeah, I just had the wildest dream, but you were there and you were there and you were there.
Weren't none of us there, Monreal. What happened?
You were a scarecrow and you were a lion.
Yeah. So I got sucked into the book, which was a diary. And I met a very old, tall Slenderman, which is scarier than it sounds. I'll tell you. But you guys, I think I found something. Dahlia, remember the remember that pattern that you thought you saw with your perception?
Yes.
I think I've got it. And I'm going to jump out of Dira's arms and run over to the table and start rummaging around for the book that I had seen pinged.
Okay. It is actually the furthest book on the bottom. You do find it. It is labeled itself as Adaris's Adventures Part 1.
I follow right behind her.
Ooh, okay. Here, can you hold on to this?
Yeah.
And I hand her the book and I skedaddle over to the stairs and start looking for the book over there.
Okay.
I take it, then I'm following her.
All right. Give me an
also
investigation check because it is not in plain sight.
Okay.
If you want to as well, Dahlia, you can also give me an investigation check.
Don't mind if I do.
I got a 6.
I got a. Hold on. What's my list? 10.
Get you some dice.
You got a what?
10.
Yeah,
10.
I think the D&D Beyond dice are doo-doo.
You both don't find anything, Zafini, are you still by the steps?
I was in the room, and then I came out where Monreal had just popped out of nowhere, and I'm just kind of standing there in befuddlement, like, the heck did she come from? Like, I'm looking around.
I'm probably closest.
Okay. If someone else is close, they can also give me an investigation check, but it'd be at disadvantage since they're not actively know what's going on.
I might as well.
Join the chaos.
Well, that's a natural 1, so...
Oh.
So
I
no
don't
one
see
currently is.
shit.
You're not able to figure out where this location is of, like, in this spot. My rule as far as doing re-rolls is you can always re-roll on a check, but the DC is higher. So if you want to re-roll on it, you can. It'll just be a higher check that you have to try to beat.
I'll take my chance.
Okay.
Are we looking for books?
It's an 11.
on.
I got 1 higher.
What are y'all doing over here?
15. All right, so that is just enough. As
Oh wait,
your-
sorry. That's a 15 plus 5.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
wow.
15 was exactly what you needed. As you're feeling around on the actual stairwell, you do see on the side of the stairwell there is actually as you put your hand against it, a brick itself is loose. As you pull it out, and you find out there's another book inside the actual, behind the brick. This is Edoris's Travels, Part 2.
Oh, can you take this? Oh my gosh, this is so exciting, you guys! I love a mystery. And I
You
head
really
over.
touching more books?
I love it. I can't help myself.
Like,
I
disappeared.
go ahead.
I mean, imagine if I hadn't touched it. We wouldn't know any of this right now, would we? Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome.
I have both these books, and I'm looking at the covers, and I'm looking for something that makes them similar. I'm assuming they may potentially be something about enchantment.
Okay. You're gonna actually
Not
check the
touching
books, like you're
books.
gonna read them, or you're gonna.
Sure. I'll go ahead and skim through them.
Okay.
What kind of check is this?
If you want to skim through them, that would be a perception check as far as trying to just like flap through the pages real quickly to see if there's anything grabs your attention.
17, I'll take that. So that would be 19.
19. It's odd. The writing is very scrambled. It is very, very neat as far as the penmanship. It is very pristine penmanship, but it's scattered. You're not a wizard, but you at least understand how a wizard works as far as writing down their spells. And this is like a whole book of 500 pages is almost allocated to one spell.
Oh, okay.
Like it's like a culinary recipe book where every page is like, all right, here's your step for the first hour. Next page is your step for the next hour, and it's like making this super intricate recipe.
But it's in like a wizard scrambled writing, so
No, it's
probably...
perfectly legible. It's
Okay.
just it's through a quick flap through. You're not reading it. You're just kind of getting the gist of how it is, and you can just at least tell. But at the end of the book, it doesn't actually tell you what it does. It doesn't even tell you the name of it. It just like just that.
I'm going to take these books, and I'll probably... I don't know where Monreal ran off to, but I'll probably stand here now
Okay.
because I'm trying to decipher these books and maybe... I don't know. I'm like, what's going on?
I went over to the bookcase and I look over and I see that you're looking through them. I'm like, come on, I need you to carry one more for me, please.
Okay.
And I turn back to the bookshelf.
Okay.
I'll scurry over.
Give me either one of you can give me an investigation check with advantage, or both of you can give me an investigation check.
You got this, Monreal.
All right, I'll do it with.
We're all just standing here.
Oh, we got 14.
Right?
14.
So as you're going through the books, you already knew the placement of it, so it wasn't a high DC. But you go through it, and you do find the book itself. You do pull up the book, and you do find yourself. It's called Eladris's Ending.
Amazing. Okay, so we've got all 3 books, and Idris Elba said that we could use these.
Who's holding?
Idris
Who's holding all the books right now? Are you all separately holding
Me,
books?
I think, or did you get?
I think
Dahlia's
they all
got all of them.
Dahlia's juggling
Yeah.
all of them.
Oh, you're okay. So you're juggling
I got
all of
3
them.
books.
So
I look like I'm going to class.
as soon as you are like
Okay.
holding all the books, they immediately lift out your hand, and they
Oh.
just immediately disappear into a blue, green, and orange orb as they immediately all start shooting up to the next floor as you start hearing what sounds like a staircase drop down.
Did
I
you
don't
know
like
I was
this
going
place.
to do that?
What is going on?
After those
Wizards,
orbs!
man.
I follow the
What do
order.
they do?
Okay, so do you all head upstairs?
Yes.
Okay, so you head up to the
Begrudgingly
second
so.
floor. So you would
Did
be.
you ask a question?
Begrudgingly.
So you all appear here.
The question?
Yeah. What's the question?
I was just like, what are we doing, Monreal? Like, what are these books for?
I told you, Idris Elba showed me where I could find the books, and I don't know, he was the one that was working on like all these spells and stuff, and he was just like, I have something that I think could help you. And he rubbed his old man face, and I saw these books, and then he came and he started shaking my hand. He shook it so hard I fell through the ceiling, and then the
all
HUD was
this.
on.
You got all this by going in the book?
Yeah, I touched it. I can't help myself.
Sure you didn't like fall on your head? Not your feet.
Well, I mean
You read
previously,
books
but
for-
I don't know how that's related. I don't know how my previous head traumas are related to this.
She did get sucked into the book. I watched it happen.
And the 3 books that she found did this.
Yeah.
Can we see where this orb went?
If you went to the second floor, you see that the orbs themselves are actually. You can see that this staircase looks like it just recently appeared here. Not like you've been on this floor before, but like when it hit there, it actually kind of created a little bit of rubble as it kind of collapsed on the actual floor itself. And you can see the lights actually glowing upstairs from this room.
Very cautiously go upstairs, I guess.
Okay, so you're just gonna go straight upstairs?
I vote to stay on this floor because there could be something on this floor we haven't found yet.
I would point over at Dahlia and say, maybe you should check out those plants. They're looking pretty sus.
I don't know whether to trust her or not because I have no idea where she's been the past 5 minutes.
There's nothing in
So
the
I'm going-
plants. There's never anything in the plants.
There's never anything in this place.
I'm looking at those plants like there might be something in
Druid?
this plant. Alright.
Alright, so what are we all doing? Who's going where?
And upstairs.
I will stay on this
I'm-
floor. Unless I need
I'm
to.
honestly gonna keep checking the hatch, see if there's anything that can open it.
Okay. Alright. So
Yeah,
you're gonna stay on the
seems
first
like-
floor then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It seems like Monreal is on a mission, so I'm just gonna kind of
Monreal's
stick
just
with her.
going.
I am so pumped up about this mystery and this great puzzle that has just fallen into my lap. Yeah,
And I am
you
watching
see
her
me.
go, and just sort of sticking with her and making sure she doesn't end up like leaping off of a parapet or something.
Okay. So as
Yeah.
you two go upstairs, the amount of steps it takes to get this one is actually quite long. It takes about a couple minutes to get to the top floor. For the two that decide to stay on the second floor, what do you two want to do?
Second floor or first floor?
Second floor, so this one.
Who's staying with me?
It looks like we have
Wait, I thought we
Stefania
were still on
and...
the
floor
first
is me.
floor.
You stayed on the floor with me? Yeah.
Okay, so right now, everybody went to second floor. But Monreal and looks like Dira decided to start making their way to the 3rd floor. You said that you wanted to go back to the 1st floor because you wanted to try to see if you could open up the hatch, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So for Zephania and Dahlia, what do you want to do on the 2nd floor?
What else do we see? Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, so as far as what you see, it's pretty much what the room shows. You got a large, extravagant carpet here, very well tidy king size bed, treasure chest here. You have yourself a lounge couch, and there's plenty of plants all over the place, each of different kind of styles. You have a very, very what looks like almost kind of like a elvish royal like dining table, and then these are what looks like a similar style of dressers that are all neatly cleaned.
Just want to take a peek in these treasure chests.
Okay, which one first?
The one by the bed.
I'll check the other one then for
Okay.
her.
So for the bed, as you able to check it, it is not locked. As you open it up, you find yourself 4 pouches, each having coin in them, along with 2 scrolls. As you feel around inside, you can feel like this chest was supposed to be locked, but for some reason it is currently not locked.
That is interesting. Hey,
One
Dahlia's. Oh, sorry.
1 coin purse has a total of 10 platinum. Another coin purse has a total of 10 gold. Another one has 100 silver. And another one has 100 copper.
I hear them coins from across the room.
Yeah, I found a coin purse, and I'm gonna hand her the 100 copper coin purse. I have 2. I think they're split 50-50.
The scrolls themselves, unless you actually wanted to open up, you can't tell what they are because they're inside of enchanted containers. You're not really a magic wielder, so you don't understand the properties of how these work, but you do see scrolls, well maintained, inside of clear tubes that's holding them in what seems like preservation.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and take them so Monreal can look at them.
Okay.
I don't want to open them.
Dahlia, you're going to open up the other chest?
Yes.
Okay, Constitution saving throw, please.
I knew it! I
no.
knew it would be. We're in a wizard's tower after all. I should have known. Shit. That's gonna be an 8.
Okay. As immediately you open it up, as all of a sudden you just immediately see a raw row of teeth. As it immediately snaps at you, as you immediately get caught by a mimic in its actual mouth. I need everyone to roll me initiative.
No.
Everyone?
Everyone, because
First
technically
mimic of the campaign.
Oh.
Everyone.
everyone, because in case if someone wants to come help, they need to have an initiative. Or...
All right. Yep. All right.
That's a 5.
Just see me get in its teeth or eaten or whatever the heck just happened, and I just go, "Why me?" And then I get swallowed.
All right, so I'm just gonna, because this is gonna be probably a quick combat. Cause this mimic is not gonna be overly powerful. Does anybody have a 20 or higher? 15 or higher?
18.
18 for Dira. 10 or higher?
This is a dumb question. Do I roll or no?
Yes.
I knew that. Totally. Yeah, doesn't matter anyway.
So did anybody get a 10 or higher? Oh my god. Okay, so
You're screwed.
Good.
okay, anybody get an 8 or a 9?
I got an 8.
Okay, Dolly got an 8.
Wow.
Whoa.
5 or higher? Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So for the people who didn't get a number yet, what'd you all get?
3.
3.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Zephinia, what'd you get?
I got a 5.
Okay. And let's see. Okay. So and then
You do ties for initiative.
ties for initiative is higher dex.
I have a -1.
I have a +2. So,
Okay, so
Okay.
Dodger gets to go first. All right. Hang on 1 second. Okay, so Dira, let's see. You are upstairs. The mimic is not
I
quiet.
am.
Immediately as like she slowly opened it, it immediately slams itself open and shuts. I'm assuming Dahlia would have made a sound and you would have heard it.
I would've
Because you wouldn't have been all the way upstairs yet.
Oh yeah.
Okay, she screams. I turn to Monreal and go, "Don't touch anything till I get back." And I run back downstairs.
You would have been already about 40 feet up. So what's your movement speed?
My movement speed, I'm sure, is 30.
Okay.
Yep.
So you would get down low enough where you could actually see it happen. Like you get here, but you couldn't do
All right.
anything about it yet because there's like a wall that separates you that's like pillars, so you could still see it, but you couldn't cross it.
Right.
All right. Mimic goes next.
Oh.
So I didn't actually like put the creature down, so I'm actually using my phone for this. All right, so Mimic is going to first give you the damage for the bite. So you're gonna take 1d8 plus 3. So Dahlia, you do take before the turn starts, you do take 7 points of damage. And then since it has you, it's gonna bite again. So it's gonna get advantage on its turn. So a 23 to hit.
That hit. That do be hitting.
Oh.
Hit Dahlia for plus 8 piercing damage plus 7 acid damage. As you literally feel like this green goo literally go into the blood of your body as it just bites down harder onto your arm. And it is not letting go. At this point, it's actually like wrapping its tongue around your arm and actually trying to like lift up its teeth and try to pull you in. Like the second bite, it actually like got it further up your arm. It's trying to pull you into its mouth.
How much damage total was that? That was the 7 plus. What else?
So 7 acid damage with 8 piercing damage.
Okay, is that on top of the initial 7
Yep.
fight?
Yep.
7 plus 7 plus 8. Oh my god. Okay.
So
I'm not doing
22.
great,
And I only see them separate just in case if you have a difference of like if you're resistant to acid or something like that. Next up is Dahlia. So you are within the grasp of this creature. You are technically grappled by all intents and purposes. Give me a... If you want to try to break out, you can use your action to give me a strength check to try to break out of its jaw.
I have such bad strength. I don't have any other option, right? That's all I can do.
I mean, you could... Just out of curiosity, when you opened up the chest, would you have used your right hand or your left hand to literally lift the handle?
I would use my left hand because I'm left-handed.
Okay. So your left hand would have lifted it up, so your right hand would have been the one that got bitten. So if you can do anything with your left hand, you can instead of trying to break out.
Can I guiding bolt?
Sure, as long as it doesn't require you to use both hands.
Oh.
Because it's only holding you grappled by one hand. It's not grappling your whole body.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a range attack, so I don't imagine it takes...
Okay,
both
so
hands?
the only thing that you'll have to do is you'll have to attack with disadvantage, because since it's ranged and you are in melee range, it will be disadvantage.
Don't you have Hellish Rebuke?
Shit. Wait, do I? I do!
Okay, so you...
That should be a
Dude!
reaction, right?
So
Is it
you...
too late? Is that gonna...
I'll allow you
spoil
to
it?
use your
I
Hellish
keep-
Rebuke. It's still early in the campaign for you guys to remember your characters, so I'll allow you to use Hellish Rebuke.
I meant to use it last time we were in a fight,
Sure.
and I didn't end up using it.
So-
So smart.
So as you get bitten, you would have immediately kind of like pointed at the creature with your other hand, and you would have set fire to it. So roll for your Hellish Rebuke, which I believe is automatically a level 3 version of it, since you are getting it from your tiefling.
Alright, we're gonna... Oh gosh, I clicked the thing.
So what? 3D.
Let's see what happens.
I think it's 3d10.
Yeah, 3D10.
Yeah, I clicked...
It might be different for the racial, so you might just want to just
Yeah, mine
manually
is
roll it.
2d10, but I did just roll it.
Just roll it as
And
3d10, because I
definitely-
know when it says it for a tiefling, it automatically gives you because it just gives you the spell, but being a tiefling, you automatically cast it as 3rd level instead of its standard
Okay.
level.
Because the first two rolls, what it rolled for me was 15 total, and then I'll roll one more
Yeah.
d10. Which was a 10! Hell yeah!
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
25
25.
fire. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay. So you immediately point at it before you get bitten again, and it immediately burns a lot of the wood on the outside as you kind of start seeing more of its mimicky, disgusting shape kind of show itself off as you see this disgusting small creature just starting to show off some of its more grotesque form. But that was your reaction you had done before. Do you still want to do the guiding bolt with disadvantage against it as your action?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm stressed.
You go, girl.
wait. I'm trying to remember how to toggle. You can, like, toggle disadvantage.
Yeah, so I
On-
believe it's shift. It's either shift or control to switch.
Control.
You can right. You should be able to right click on it.
You can do that too, but I think if you hold control, it turns all your buttons into red, so it shows a disadvantage.
Uh-oh. I pressed the wrong button on the wrong thing. Okay.
Everything's ruined.
I'm screwing up, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Oh, God.
That's it. She's dead.
Unbelievable.
I ruined everything.
My brain is now
I might
singing
just
that
enroll
too.
this. Yeah, I definitely... Oh, hold on. No, please. Why is it so small? You know what? I'll worry about it later. Let me... Shit, I can't even see what it needs to be. Y'all, I goofed. I really goofed this one.
Oh,
If you want, you can just roll it twice and just pick the lower number.
No, I wanted to roll to... That was the wrong one. Okay. Alright. I know what I need to do now, so let me ignore whatever pops up on the chat.
Okay.
So that's a 16 and 19. So 16 to hit.
Wow, that's still pretty great. So yeah, it does hit. So go ahead and do damage.
Yes. Okay. Well, did roll the damage.
Got
dice.
this.
Let's see if it... Okay, never mind. We're not gonna wait for it.
Digi dice suck.
They're awful. They're just slowly moving across my screen.
Err.
no.
Did it even? Never mind.
Oh, no.
You know what?
No, it did it. 19 points of damage.
Okay, cool.
So
I'll take it.
first off, you set it aflame, it bites, you immediately, come back and you use your other hand to fire off your guiding bolt at it.
Guiding bolt.
So that would have been 25, 40.
That would have been...
Okay. Cool.
25 plus 19.
Yep. All right. Cool. Anything else on your turn?
I think that's all.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Got you.
Last I checked, I was on level 1 at the bottom of the stairs
Mm-hmm.
because I can't move. How far can I get? Like, can I get into that room, like, from up the stairs?
No, not in one turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. From your distance, you would just make it to the base of the steps.
No, I was at the base of the stairs.
Oh, were you?
I just can't move my token.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It would put you...
I have 35.
35, so
Speed.
it puts you there. Or there if you want to be closer, technically, because diagonal-wise.
Okay. I can do that. And that's my movement.
Mhm.
Let's see what I've got. I'm going to cast Frostbite on the Mimic, which...
Okay.
Sorry, I... Oh, is that automatic? I don't... Okay, so it's actually a... it has to do a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
DC
Constitution.
13.
All right. So gets a, let's see, saving throws. It has no saving throws, so it's just regular.
Regular damage.
Well, no, it doesn't get any bonuses to saving throws, so it has a 17.
Okay, that makes it so...
So does it take half?
Checking right now. It does not say anything about on a successful, so
What
I'm
spell
going
is
to
it?
assume it doesn't take any. Frostbite. It's a druid cantrip.
Excuse me.
I don't think it
Okay,
takes
yeah,
any
so it just
damage.
looks like if they succeed, nothing happens.
Okay.
On
Well,
a,
I
on a
tried.
failed? Oh, yeah. Yeah, only on a failed save.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. I tried.
Okay. Anything else?
I think that's all I can do.
Ziphinia.
I don't have any.
Move up 30 feet, which would put me right next to. Oops. Back. There we go.
Okay.
And just say, I hate this place, I hate this place, I hate this place. And attack it with the chain sickle.
Okay.
12?
You wouldn't need both?
Huh?
12 is actually a hit.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so then it's gonna be 12 damage to it.
Okay. How'd you like to do this?
Yes!
Hey.
Make it explode! Just stick it right in the middle of it.
Okay, as you
Cut
just
down the
immediately
middle.
whip up your chain and immediately goes down as you take all the weight of it and immediately falls down, just pierces right through, just missing the hand that's inside the mouth as it immediately just kind of like starts falling and just kind of just turns into like a pile of just disgusting mush as it just slips right
Ooh.
over Dahlia's hands. As you just got
That is
disgust
disgusting.
on you.
Thank you.
And then I'm gonna turn to Dahlia, and I'm just gonna the hand on her shoulder and do healing hands, so you get 3 hit points.
You do notice that underneath what's left of its residue, there is something glowing.
Just scared.
I am not doing great right now, so I am getting healed. right now. I'm like, thank you.
I'm gonna take the crowbar and poke it.
Okay. You do notice that it hits something physical in it.
Are we still in
Check it out.
initiative?
No,
Yeah, I was gonna say-
initiative's done.
Okay.
What hit
What?
points would I get back?
I think you
3?
got 3. I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on her as well.
Okay.
Shower me in your love, please, everyone.
And after Dira ran off, I would look around and not want to be left alone on the stairs. So I prestidigitate the sound of a siren and I yell, "Hey, it's my favorite bookcase!" And I start running down the stairs and all you hear is, and I come
You
down
get
the
11 hit
stairs,
points back.
Yes.
And
Fire, and I start running up and almost collide with you.
what is going on?
Mimic, nasty, tried to eat Dahlia.
How dare you do anything without your measuring tool?
She would have known how close she was to danger if I was there. I tell you, if it's not one thing, it's another. These gosh dang clerics. Let's go. and I push past Dira and finish heading. Turn the corner towards Dahlia. And I go, are you okay?
I am not doing super great right now, but I'm better than I was. So I'm sitting up and I'm just like, my hair's all messy because I just almost got eaten. And I'm just like, I'm having a wonderful day. How are you doing?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's been kind of weird, but I met Idris Elba and that was pretty cool. And what is
Who
this?
is Idris Elba?
What is this? What is this glowing? What is this over here? What? If you're fine, I love that. So glad you're okay. My first concern, second concern, and I emphasize the second because you're number one to me. Okay, my second concern, what's the glowy thing?
I just reach down and pick it up now that I
Okay.
poked it with the crowbar and it didn't turn into anything nasty and didn't bite it.
As you pick it up, you find a small ring. It looks elvish in natural material, as it is silver with a constant, what looks like a branch wrapping around it, with what looks like emerald lettering on it in elvish.
Oh my
Does anyone here speak Elvish?
yes! Hold on.
I do.
I hand it over.
Okay, whoever
Me?
takes it that speaks elvish, you read it, and it is specifically says, "With Hope's warning."
With Hope's warning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I translate that.
Oh no! Oh my god! Okay, everyone remain calm. Please hand me that ring. This is a oh no, this is bad magic. Hold on. Can you pass me the ring, Gaju?
Yeah.
I take the ring and I put it on.
Okay, you put it on. Nothing happens. You can give yourself an insight check to see if anything has changed about you. If anybody
Okay.
wants to physically look her over, you can give me a perception check.
Livinia is shaking her by the shoulders. Why are you touching things? Do you not know what happened last time?
I rolled a
You
9.
said
I rolled a
insight or
19.
perception?
Okay, so you, as you're investigating yourself, and after you're picked up and other people are coming to touch you, you don't notice anything right away. But after you're picked up, as people are about to touch you, you naturally have a way to avoid them. As they're about to grab you, and just dodge out of the way, and you just naturally just move out of the way. As you now have a natural perception against danger.
My insight is 12 on what's going on with her.
Okay, so
Got an 18.
you can at least see that with what she's doing, it seems, especially due to her non-knowledge of perception, that seems like the ring gives her automatic reaction to danger. So
Well, it seems like a mighty good thing for you to have.
I will explain how the ring works. The ring itself has 5 charges. They can be charged upon dawn.
Okay.
You, as a reaction, you can expend a charge. This can be used upon any kind of attack that's being done to you, whether it's actually going to harm you or if someone's just going to touch you. If you expend that charge, you automatically can move to a spot unoccupied 5 feet in any direction.
Oh. Amazing.
If by any chance this would force someone in an attack of opportunity to move away from you in the same response, you actually get the attack of opportunity.
Amazing. So I'm kind of like, I'm dodging, and I'm like, oh, can't get me, and I start reaching into my bag, and I pull out my little clockwork spider, and I go, looks like we've got spidey senses.
Oh god.
And I give it a little kiss, and I shove it back in my bag.
I'll make the ring for you later. I didn't know if you guys were going to find it or not, so I didn't create it. But yes.
Still need the polearm stats, by the way.
What's that?
I still need the polearm stats.
Oh yeah, a grappling hook.
It should be equipped to you already. You should already have it. It should be in your weapons.
Let me go check. Gotcha.
Ariel, can you look at these 2 scrolls? What do they do? I want them back.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're all in a team, so what's mine is yours.
Okay,
for
are you
the
going
most
to do this
part.
on your own, or is someone going to help you to investigate the scrolls?
I've got it. I swap over a couple of my little lenses and little glowing gadgets and gizmos. There's a soft whirring sound as I kind of like. Oh yeah, no, I'll take care of this. All right, let's see what we got here.
Okay, give me an Arcana check. Once you're planning to use
18.
a spell. 18. Going through both of them, you're not able to figure out the whole gist of them, but you're able to figure out at least what the cases are. The cases are preservation cases specifically meant to be, as long as the spell stays within these cases, it does not degrade by any means necessary. The spell's scrolls are by all chances considered indestructible. The cases can only use her spell scrolls, and if by any chance you use the scroll, if you use the scroll within 1 minute of pulling out of the case, you do not require the material components.
Oh.
For it to work,
Okay.
a scroll has to be attuned to the case, so you can put different scrolls in it if you like. The scroll out of the first one is a scroll of Firebolt. The second one is a scroll of Cure Wounds.
Okay. So I'm my glasses are glowing. I'm making a lot of I'm turning them and twisting them, and I knew what they were right away, but I just love putting on this big elaborate show for you guys, and I'm like, you know what? I was finally able to decipher the magic on this. This is some ancient stuff here. So we have these really nice spell scroll cases. I've seen them in like storefronts before, and I've wanted them, but I never had enough for them. So I was like, should I get a part-time job and like save up for these spell cases? So I was like,
please.
if I get I'm so sorry. So we have a cure wounds, which is pretty nice. And we have a firebolt scroll,
Hey.
and the scroll cases themselves, very magic. And you know how I know? Perceptive.
I know that
Yeah,
word
yeah.
now.
I'm just looking at her because she said that cure wounds and firebolt are ancient magic and very expensive. I'm just like, okay.
All right.
These were.
So you got the scrolls, you got the cases, you got the ring.
Oh, sorry. I start putting them back. I start making room in one of my bags.
I take
to
them.
tuck them away,
back.
and I'm like, oh,
Thank you.
You're right.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah,
You're such a big help.
absolutely.
This is not all over
You
again.
know what? I'm so glad that you see me because you know what? I think I see you too. You know?
By the way, in case you're curious,
Thank you.
these
I'm going
these
back downstairs.
in case anyone's curious, these containers are half of Montreal.
Yes.
Our unit of measurement, right?
Our unit of measurement. Half of Montreal.
Half of Montreal.
Which is hilarious because Ruby's actually very tall.
I'm 6'4" IRL. So
all right, so
Well, how many
Gaju, you go
Montreals
back
are you?
downstairs.
You are 3 Montreals.
2.5. Yeah.
2.5.
Uh,
You're 2 foot. Montreal is 2 foot what?
2'11"
11. Oh, okay. So
and
Uh,
a half, but
Gaju, you can either take time on the hatch to either give me an Arcana check or a investigation check on the hatch to see if you can find a way to open it that was not found before.
Same thing, so I guess I'll do Arcana.
Okay.
Uh, 15.
15. As you are investigating it and you are checking the Arcana, you can actually see that there's a spell that's actually pushing it down like weight. As you start investigating a little bit further, you actually figure out that this specific door is meant to exit into this room, not enter into the mine shaft.
Interesting.
It looks like it's specifically like best way you could think of it is it looks like there might be a hatch underneath the floor, but not a hatch on top of the floor. So maybe if someone was trying to escape out of the mine shaft, this was like a safe haven for anybody who's trying to leave, so they could get out through the bottom. It looks like there might be still a way to pull it out, but it would require a pretty large object to either just drop on it to like just bust through it, or a pretty good like reinforced crowbar, like something you guys don't currently have.
Oh, I was gonna say we got crowbar.
You can like discern that the way it's supposed to be is that it feels pressurized. So once the magical seal is disengaged, it actually shrinks in size, and then it can just be pushed up. But you assume the seal is on the opposite side.
Oh, okay. And there's nothing else in this room that...
As far as you can
I could-
tell, you guys have pretty much discovered what it is everything that is to be discovered. You guys did not finish looking through the wizard's hidey hole, but that pretty much stopped once Monorail touched the book.
oops.
really want to deal with that room, so I guess reluctantly I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Okay. All right.
We're
Sorry to
getting our
disappoint
stuff
you.
No.
Everybody
It's
else, what
just
are y'all
like
doing?
5 minutes later I come back up like, God damn it.
Anybody want to do anything on floor 2?
I am done with floor 2.
You're done with floor 2. I'm out.
I am done with floor 2.
Very none with
Yeah.
floor 2.
Did you
I
find
I let
anything
the other
upstairs?
3.
As Gachu comes back up looking disgusted, I kind of exchange a sympathetic look with him.
So everybody's
No,
done
like-
at
Find
2?
anything on the 3rd floor?
Okay, so you guys gonna go to the 3rd floor?
Oh no, they're asking
if
if
we
we
saw
saw
anything.
anything on the 3rd floor, and I'm gonna say no, we didn't get up there yet. I was blinded by Dearest Spoon. I couldn't make out anything. It was so bright. But
Well,
I
you
think
can do some adjustment on it if you like.
I love what you've got going on, and
All
that's
right.
just for you. That's just for you. That's for you to keep too. You go home with that. Okay?
I appreciate that.
At the end of all this,
Mom and Daddy will be very impressed.
yeah, you take that home, you put it up on your,
The mantle.
refrigerator, Yeah.
Assuming we
Yeah.
survive. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? And with that kind of attitude, I bet we will. That's the kind of positivity I like to see. Was there anything downstairs? Was there?
Gotcha.
Like downstairs.
Yeah.
The hatch is pressurized closed, so it's an escape into the tower. So I don't know if we've got any way to get down in there or if we can break it open. But I don't know.
Oh, interesting. So it's a way out, not a way in? Or did I get that wrong? This
It's a
perceptive
way
stuff is
into the
weird.
tower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it looks like a one way, huh? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I know I weigh quite a bit, but I'm not even pressurized enough to get that open. So,
Joe, is there anything in my Smith's tools that I could take a crack at that with?
Let's see.
It's not real specific. It just says
some
items needed to
calipers?
pursue a craft.
Let's see. What would you have in the Smith tools?
It's not real specific. And like, what kind of Smith tools do you travel with? I mean, I imagine there's probably
Calipers,
hammer
a
and
hammer, tongs, mini bellow, maybe.
maybe
Okay, so Smith
You
tools
do a
just allow you to
food.
have proficiency on ability checks you make with tools of your craft. So basically, any tool that you have proficiency with. So if you wanted to check on it, you could essentially, if you found like a hammer or chisel or something like that around the place, you could possibly try it. And
I mean, I have Smith tools in my equipment.
You do? So, I mean, yeah, you could go
Yes.
down there and you could see, like, if you, because Smith tools would be smaller, it would be like a heavier thing. You would more or less use
Right.
the tool to your advantage, not specifically the weight of it. But yeah, if
Right.
you wanted to do that, I would essentially just have you make probably a strength plus proficiency bonus.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Let's use our chunky D20 for this. So just a strength check plus proficiency?
Yep.
Alrighty. So that's that is a 2 plus 2 plus 2. So that is a 6.
Okay. You're able to at least, like, as you take some of the tools, like a chisel and a hammer, and you start, like, kind of like, you do see that the spell isn't stopping you from breaking the stone, but it is slow going. Like, in a matter of 10 minutes, you're only able to break off like an inch of stone, as it is quite difficult to get through with the specific tools that you have.
Can I assist in that?
I'm kind of keeping an ear out on upstairs and see if anything is going on.
If you want to assist, you can. I'd say like you could borrow some of Dira's tools and then just give me a strength check to just like assist Dira.
Too, so
yeah.
Whatever works. So strength.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Well, actually, it's not horrible. 9.
9. I mean, it's added into the progress, but I'd probably say that if you want to spend, if you decided to go at it for about a half an hour, you could probably just get a chunk enough done that you could at least fit Monreal in it.
Well, we're not going to get her to do that until she's finished chasing down that thing that went upstairs. So maybe we should try it when we come back down.
Got time, so
Fair enough.
All right.
DM,
yes.
question. How long has it been since we first went into the training room?
Okay, so
today.
The time that are you talking about the time since you started in the training room or the time since you actually came into the town?
When we walked into the training room.
It would have been, let's see, training room would have taken you an hour, about another hour to get there. You've been in this town for roughly about 2 hours, so it's been about 4 hours.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
DM, I have to pee.
Okay.
In game, it's been 4 hours. Give us a break, please.
All right, we're back. All right, so
But by the time of campaign 3, Monreal has become an actual unit of measure.
right.
across the
Standard
realm.
Nationally recognized.
Nobody knows who Monreal is. They just know, all right, it's half Monreal. It's like, why did we use this? Because this is just the way measurement works. Like, there's actually like big, huge cutouts of Monreal, and people just has like it has like an inch marker on it for like a ruler.
Everyone's got their collectible Monreal measuring tapes, and it pulls out, and you see, oh,
it's the million gold idea. Sell it quick.
Stop.
I'm gonna put it on a
It
T-shirt and make
actually
$1
makes
million
that sound as you're pulling out the tape measure. Oh!
Yeah,
All right.
it makes the
So-
siren
It's the
sound.
new
With
yardstick.
those royalties, she is set for life.
So, you anything? So, are we doing anything on the second floor?
I don't want to be here no more.
All right. So everybody's gonna run upstairs. I'm assuming. It does take you a little time to get upstairs, but you all do make your way up, so you guys can put yourself on the third floor if you like. Anywhere on the third floor is perfectly fine. In this is completely a different setup than the other floors. It is still stone like the rest, but it is the only floor that actually has windows. All these different lights coming out different spots is actually a window actually seen outside, but you're actually noticing that the rain somehow is not hitting the windows. They naturally have a blue ethereal glow that's actually transferring the color of the rain and actually emphasizing light into the room. You see yourself a large chandelier that's hanging from the ceiling. This ceiling is roughly about 20 feet high. The chandelier itself is much larger than the first floor chandelier. As this one actually does have torches, but it looks like they lit themselves automatically upon entry to the room. You have what are anybody here who's a spellcaster and knows as a summoning portal. We have a sundial, 2 mages' podiums, each with a book on them, one opened, one locked in place. And then what looks like to some of you is it looks like what would be commonly known as a realm portal. If you channel enough energy into it, specifically arcane energy, you can actually travel between realms using this device.
Holy smokes, you guys! This is a wizard's hope right here. If I've ever seen one. Wow, they're okay. So that big red thing. Take advice from me. Don't touch it. If Monreal wouldn't touch it,
Yeah,
probably
I was
shouldn't
about
touch
to
it.
say.
Definitely don't.
that should tell you a little something. And we've only been together for 4 hours, so
WWMD? What would Monreal do?
that's right.
And then do the opposite.
I reach into my bag and pull out 6 plastic bracelets and hand them out, and they say WWMD. and a quick 1/8 of a Monreal measuring on the inside.
What is it?
Oh, it's an accessory. I really appreciate you guys, and this place is really magical.
I'm having a really good time.
This will ward off some of that negative. If there's negative energy in here, that'll help ward it off.
I know we're all in the thick of it, and this could be the end of days, but I'm having a really good time.
So much fun.
So, is there any sign of the orb, the book, light thingies
Yes.
that we chased
So
up
the
here?
orb actually separated into 3 parts. The one light actually headed to Sundial, one light headed to the portal, and the other light went over to the open book.
I'm gonna head over to the book.
I knew you were going to go to the
I'm going to check out the sundial.
Okay.
Same.
I'll
Okay.
go to the
You said the
portal.
other was.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll check out the portal. Can you move my token from the first floor?
Sure.
Oh.
I got
Chilling
forgotten.
down
He's
there.
so
Okay.
lonely down there.
So
Oh.
we're gonna start off with whoever's gonna be at the book, which looks like just Monreal. As you get closer to it, the actual orb actually just drops into the book, and then you just see the book glow with its aura, and then it just stops. It actually moves the book to a very specific page. As you read the book, this book is what looks like looks like it could like the actual true diary of what was downstairs, where that was just like a summoning diary. This is actually his information written down on paper. The pages that has you open to specifically has his journal about what has happened in the town. It shows that he started tracking what he considered the specific spell change 2 weeks ago. Slowly but progressively, day by day, people started to get more aggressive. This happened about 6 months after New Everett soldiers decided to place themselves into the mansion after they bought it, and started bringing in what he said were cartloads of different kind of gadgets and what he assumed were bodies. A few days later, after people started getting aggressive, people started residing and not leaving their homes. 2 days after that, a storm that he considered as godly started affecting the town. He registered that the storm itself was created by whatever was happening inside the mansion, but he refused to go inside. Within the storm, he classified that there were 3 guardians that protected the town, as far as not specifically like protecting civilians in town, but protecting anybody from leaving the town. One he classified as the giant, which you would all know is the Minotaur. He occasionally left the Wizard's Hope to kind of bait it to go to different locations to kind of watch it do certain things to kind of figure out what made it the way it was. He classified it as it probably wasn't always a Minotaur, but maybe a humanoid that eventually got mutated and it's kind of malformed in that direction. He does recognize that there is some kind of arcane implement attached to its heart, and it's actually grown over its left arm as a over metallicized appendage. As far as he can tell, the creature does not use this arm, as it looks like the creature is actually weighted down by this arm and almost drags it like a heavy foot. As far as he can tell, the creature only reacts to people trying to leave town, or if anybody specifically does anything that the creature would find offensive to for some reason. He specifically decided to put an enchantment on the tower because the creature would react whenever he did arcane spells, so the creature wouldn't register him. The next creature he decided to classify is the Storm Spirit. He said that this creature does not exist in any text. Most likely it was created, but he also assumed this was a humanoid at one time due to her figure, as he labeled this as a her. Based on her similarities to Abby Avarat, my dear friend's daughter, I have a feeling that he got too deep with the stranger and she got abducted. Her abilities seem localized to being within the mansion itself. Whatever she can do, she can live within the storm, and it seems like her power is infinite as long as she's within the rain itself. I've seen her eat, break, and haunt people. Whatever she is now, she is not that little girl that I've known. He actually drew out a picture of what he saw that she looked like when she took her physical form for a second, and I will show you.
Oh boy, a lot. Scary.
I'm glad I finally got a book with pictures in it.
Where'd it go?
A lot of reading.
Lots of reading. Hang on, I gotta actually do it this way. Wow, what the hell? Why doesn't things work perfectly?
Because they
Technology
hate me.
working?
Right.
I sent it in Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, treat.
Ooh,
No, thank you. No, thank you.
that's a thing of nightmares.
He describes her as
Oh
having.
dear.
He describes her as having hollow eyes. Most of her hair has balded itself out and thinned, with her body being distorted and disjointed.
Oh.
If she walks, which she rarely does, she walks with a limp, with her body crooked and crackling. The only warning you have
Wonderful.
before she arrives is she creates a howling scream reminiscent of a banshee. If he puts a warning down, he almost got killed by her, but he was able to move out just in time. He was recognizing that the wind started surrounding him, and he was able to make it into his house beforehand. Made it into the tower beforehand. The third creature he has is unidentified. He said, "I was able to send in my apprentice into the mansion. He did report back with information about the creature inside. He puts it as it is an unidentified creature. He registers it as having many features of different races: tusks like an orc, horns like a tiefling, more of a twisted, distorted body, and has black eyes. So whatever this creature is has 0 intelligence and merely walks and roams around the mansion itself. It seems that if you ever try to harm it, it goes down for about a couple minutes, and you cannot harm it with the same attack twice." He noticed that after the notes about the 3 creatures, that he said, "I was able to walk outside. I carried no staff. I never carried no cane, no potions. All there was my cloak. I was unharmed. I was stalked. I'll be honest, I was afraid. But at least for half an hour, I was unharmed. But as soon as I got close to the mansion, that's when they got defensive." The last page he says is, "I'm going to go check out the mansion. I bring only 1 item with me. Hopefully they will not notice it. And I pray for my safe return." That was marked as 1 day ago. And that's the end.
Okay, so I'm reading all of this, and I turned back to the group and I was like, "Do you guys want to hear some wild shit?"
Really, but I don't think we got a choice.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. So check this out. And I double tap my cane on the floor, and out of the top comes a little hologram, and I'm playing through the things that I was reading. So first you see the little minotaur abomination come up, and then you see this nasty like rotting, wretched, desiccated corpse thing, and then there's just a silhouette and a big red question mark, and it says, "Who's that abomination?" And as these are playing, I am relaying everything that I've read to you guys. And I was like, "What wild, huh? Apparently this dude like got nearly naked and just like waltzed out in the storm with like a bunch of stuff going on." Yeah, that's what he wrote. He was naked. Yeah, I don't know.
So you said he went in with one item. Does it
One
say what it
item.
was?
It does not. He just says it's his most enchanted item. You do notice while you're reading the journal, though, it is not the same handwriting as the man that you met inside the book.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Since he would not have left since he's still in the book.
Okay.
The
Okay.
apprentice?
Oh.
So yeah, it seems like there might be some ways around getting around. But the mansion seems to be a really bad place, you guys. I forgot to tell you with everything going on. Idris Elba definitely told me, like, bad stuff's going down at the mansion and you don't want to go there.
Don't go
And
to
it's
mansion.
all coming back. So like I think we need to go there so I can touch it and like just make sure everything's copacetic, you know?
Do
I
we
Well, let's
don't-
hope
have
it's
to be
that
naked?
easy.
Oh yeah, you have to get like super naked. Maybe somebody else could double read these, but yeah, he stripped down to nothing and just went out into the store. And I handed it over to Gaju and I'm like, yeah, he went right out into the storm and he said he was naked but unbothered for nearly 30 minutes.
I
Which
am
is
looking to Gaju like, please
that's pretty
tell
good.
me she's wrong.
Also, it's kind of weird if he was like out naked with all the corpses and stuff. That's kind of a weird choice, but
It's not very hygienic, you know?
no, not at all.
The only thing
I-
that caught him was a cold.
Gaju, did I miss something?
Who was it say?
He was wearing clothes.
Oh, I mean,
Thank goodness.
That's so weird. I was reading so fast. I read so fast and like sometimes my mind just can't keep up and it's like
Okay.
It appears to me that these creatures are drawn to weapons and magic, and going within range of the mansion puts you at risk of being attacked for carrying those items or using them.
Well, no, that's understandable, Monreal. We all know you feel naked without your gadgets.
yeah, and honestly, if they're like attracted to magic, I'm kind of nervous we might have to split up, you guys, because our magic of friendship I feel is really cementing already, and I hope that doesn't come into play, because I would hate for my love and adoration for you guys and respect as mutual colleagues in the order.
I'm gonna cast my
if
level
any-
8 spell, Friendship.
If any danger came to you guys, I don't know what I would do.
okay, Twilight Sparkle.
Hey, to be honest, in most animes, how does it win? By the power of friendship, you know, like.
Dearest just listening to this speech.
Friendship is plot armor.
That's right. Dearest listening to this whole speech and just looking at Monreal like, now how'd you end up in the military again?
There was a big tunnel collapse, so I was working this part-time job to save up for these spell cases, right?
Oh
And it was a little courier job. I was out in Underdark, out delivering, so here I am, just loaded up, saddled up with all these little scrolls and bags and satchels, and
All right, so we're gonna move on. All right.
So you just sort of fell into it.
I see Gaju face palm at least 5 times this session. I am keeping track at this point.
So for the two of you that are checking the summoning circle, you can either give
Shot
me.
him every time Gaiju.
Oh jeez. If you're proficient with Arcana by the summoning circle, you can give me an Arcana check. Otherwise, give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Yeah,
Did you say Arcana or investigation?
Only if you can only do Arcana if you're proficient in Arcana.
Not that.
That's a 10.
18.
18.
You see shit.
With a 10, that, I mean, was that 10 Arcana or 10 Investigation?
Huh?
Was it Arcana or Investigation you got 10 with?
Investigation.
Investigation? Okay. So, between the both of you, you're able to figure out that it's not just flat flush to the ground. It is actually like stone inlays that kind of create bumps and grooves in the ground that go as high as like half a foot up, as far as rounded parts that go in there. Currently, the crimson part of it is not lit, but you do see that it's operated by 5 different pieces of power, and it's placed as different elements. It looks like if you cast fire, 1 activates. If you cast cold, 1 activates. If you cast force, 1 activates. Psychic, 1 activates, and some kind of lightning or thunder, 1 activates. It looks like what it's meant to do is it looks like it can send you to the other corresponding summoning circle, but you have no idea where that is. Based on the usage of this, it looks like it was used quite frequently, as in probably daily, as a means of transportation. But it looks like once all 5 orbs are activated, you just stand in it. It looks like it transports you to its sister portal.
This would be too convenient for the mansion.
What's that?
This would be too convenient to head into the mansion.
But it could work.
As far as the sundial for, I believe it's just Dira. I think it's Dira and Zephinia.
Me.
You both can give me either investigation or perception check on the sundial due to its different gears and its different parts of the current realm laid on it.
All right, well, I'm going to go with a perception, and it's going to be a 9.
Okay, so between the 13 and the 9, you do notice that this thing is a puzzle in of itself of how to use. You do understand the concept of it. It looks like half of its ability is to control the magic of the actual tower itself. Not only to grab sunlight from wherever it is, but you do notice, first off, its first ability is it can grab sunlight from a spot that's actually not provided. As long as sun exists, it can provide sunlight to the whole tower, hence why the tower is actually illuminated with light. The second component to it is it looks like depending on how you actually aim the sundial, depending on where the actual globe is on the sundial, you can actually have a true sight into that location. Looks like it requires a quite high mental fortitude to do it, but it looks like either way it allows you to do it. The rest of it looks like a puzzle in of itself. It looks like as you move it around, different gears lock into place, and then you like move it a spot, then you can't pull it back the way. It looks like between the top gear to the arrowhead to the vertical gear, every time you move this different spot, you hear a lock, and then you're like, okay, now what do I do? And you keep moving around. You can't figure out exactly if the puzzle is supposed to actually be very, very important, or if you are just effing with something. Do you want to keep investigating to see how the puzzle works?
Yes.
Yes. I did perception before, so I'm going to try investigation now.
Okay. And Zephinia, you can do the opposite 1, 2.
I'll do perception.
And that's going to be a 7 minus a 1, which is a 6.
And we got a 4.
I got a 4.
Oh
So-
no.
You keep moving around, and it keeps locking until you find out that it's stuck in position. Anybody who's
What do we do?
anybody's a spellcaster, I need you to give me an insight check on yourself.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Oops.
Boy.
17.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
Insight?
Insight.
19.
12.
Okay. You didn't notice that when you came in the building before, but your powers are kind of, let's say, diluted due to the power of the tower itself. All of a sudden, they're back to correct. As you all assume that whatever just happened, the barrier on the tower is down.
Oh.
At this point, you hear a large roar from the storm. And immediately you just hear a rampaging steps of hooves running towards you.
I don't know what to think.
As it gets closer, you immediately hear something crash against the wall as rubble goes all over the place as you all lose consciousness for a second. We're going to switch moves.
Oh no.
Remember where you are placed on the map because you're going to have to go exactly at the same spot as the Minotaur immediately runs towards the map.
Oh no!
Oh.
Re-put your token back to where you relatively would have been. If you're a little bit off, that is okay.
Thank you.
Why the hell can't I place myself?
Are you clicking on the name and dragging it all the way over, like to where you want it?
Yeah,
You have to hold it.
It's not working.
All right, I'll put you on again.
Okay, I was like here, I think.
Oh no, y'all! It's the danger music.
Oh.
I think we might be in danger.
I think we're in trouble.
All right. So as you see
We're in
rubble come all over
danger.
the place, the chandelier itself drops and glass is everywhere, rubble's everywhere. As you immediately see this giant minotaur just aiming towards you, as it's immediately pissed, but immediately almost looks at you with its crimson eyes as if it's kind of not really has its own mental faculties. It looks like it's just being commanded to do something, and it's there to do it. We are going to switch the music.
Dun, dun.
Make sure the song's not too loud. All right, so I need everyone to roll initiative.
That dice is going in jail.
Oh no, my health is not normal. Oh gosh,
Oh.
I didn't think
wish-
about this.
We should have slept.
Fell into my lap.
Oh,
It fell into my lap, but it was a 20.
Oh.
Okay, oh, that's fine. All right.
Okay.
All right. So,
So
did
that's
anybody
20.
else? Was that 2 or 22 that you got, Kaju?
22.
22. Okay. Anybody else get a 20 or higher? Okay, so 22 for. And then who was the one who said they got 20 in the lap? Or is that the same person?
same person.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard somebody
It
else.
was.
Okay.
It was natural 20 plus initiative.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. All right, 15 or higher.
16.
16.
15.
All right, and then he got a 15 as well, but I'm pretty sure his dex is way lower than yours.
It's lower than a -1.
His is actually a -4.
Oh, yay!
No, it is.
It's clumsier than I am.
All right. Monreal and Dahlia, what'd you get?
1.
Oh.
I got a 14.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. So
We're really that book.
as you immediately see this creature, now you actually see it up close, as you're not like running away from it or hiding from it or anything like that. As you see, it doesn't even have like any pupils or irises. It is just pure crimson eyes, as any spellcaster would know. This is usually if it's either a demon or if someone's actually manipulating the creature, as they lose all sense of self-control. It does have a large metallic piece strapped to its chest. That's essentially just kind of made its left arm huge and just covered in what looks like some kind of odd metallic substance. Its right hand, as it used to actually bulldoze through the actual building itself, actually has some kind of natural flame that's raining off of it. We're going to start off with Gajuas with the high roll.
This is not a person, is it?
No,
a beast,
it's a beast.
or-
It's a beast.
Okay. Since no one is currently near it, I am going to cast Silver Cloud.
Okay.
It needs to make a Dex 13 saving throw.
Well, he's probably going to fail that beyond belief, but we will see. I think the only way you can technically succeed is if it gets an natural 20. Yeah, no, that's a 4, so he would have got a 0.
Okay, so it's gonna take 3d6 piercing damage
Okay.
as I summon a cloud of dust and silver spikes are going to shoot out right at it. It's a
Ooh.
30-foot cone.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
We love when the high initiative goes to the person with the AoE spells.
So 7 damage.
Okay.
I rolled 2 ones.
Oh.
But
Anything
you know
else?
what, it was something.
Ah,
I'm right in front of it, so I am going to like somersault out of the way as soon as I'm done. Probably like move here
Okay.
because I am squishy.
All right, fair enough. Dira is next.
All right. Well, I am gonna. Oosh. You know what? I can't get into melee with it with my movement. So let's see where I can get. I just measured it and I didn't see. I can get here. So I'm gonna get to there. Let's use the right tool, shall we? So I'm gonna get to there. How big is this rock? Can I something we can see over this piece of rubble here?
This rubble would provide you half cover. So it would be
Okay.
like roughly about 4 feet. So if you like kind of crouch down behind it, it would give you about half cover.
Okay. Now I just want to make sure I can see over it.
Yep.
And since I cannot get to him to attack him, I am actually going to use Divine Sense and see if I can figure out if he actually is a fiend or is being controlled from elsewhere.
Okay. Is that a roll you have to make, or is it just automatically work?
No, until the end of next your turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Okay, he does not fit any of the criteria, so he's not a celestial fiend or undead. You can assume he's being manipulated, yeah.
Okay. Yep, that was what I wanted to do. All right, and I don't think I have a bonus that I want to do. Let's take a look. Actually,
With me.
nope, that's my turn.
Okay. Zephynia.
I'm gonna move up 10, 15, 20, 25 to about here and throw in the chain sickle at him
Okay.
for 12.
That is a miss.
Oh, that's sad.
I would say that it would even hit him. Not like you're not in reach, but like it doesn't even touch his armor or his skin.
Didn't throw far enough. I'm gonna go. Need to back up, and then my turn.
Okay. It is the Minotaur, as he's going to move in a little bit closer, so he's leaning up against the actual wall, and he's going to do his arm swipe. So he's going to take his arm, and he's going to start off at this point, and anybody within 20 feet of him, he's going to swipe, and he's going to attack. I need everyone, let's see, 5, 10,
Go.
15, 20. I think everybody but Zephynia and 5, 10, 15, 20. Everybody except for Zephynia and Dira need to make me a dexterity save throw.
Oh no.
Joe, I had moved about here.
Oh,
I
right.
just can't move my token.
Okay, so then
Thank you.
5, 10, 15. So you're good. So then just Monreal and Dahlia have to make me a dexterity saving throw.
13.
19.
Okay, so as his arm swipes by, he immediately grabs and grapples with restraint Monreal, also dragging his arm past and hitting Dahlia. Dahlia, you did succeed, but you're going to take half damage, and Monreal, you're going to take full damage while being grappled.
Question.
Yes,
Does my new ring allow me to squirt out of the way?
you can if you pay the charge.
I would love to pay a charge.
Okay, so let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you could just move backwards 5 feet. You pay a spend the charge, you move back 5 feet, and you would not get grappled. and you wouldn't get hit at all. So, Dahlia, you don't get grappled, but you do take half damage.
Woohoo!
So you take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
He's gonna do his multi-attack to then cast fire, and he is going to grab a boulder and throw it to. He's actually gonna throw it to. He's gonna throw it to Dira. So. Oh my god, that's a natural one.
Very much
Drops
not.
on his foot.
So he grabs his boulder, he inflames, and he throws it, and immediately as he takes his arm back, it immediately drops back behind him as he starts just freaking out that he's just like, doesn't know what just happened. So he looks around as it just drops behind him. That's the end of his turn. We do Dahlia.
God, I'm getting the hell out of here because I have 2 hit points.
Oh shit!
I didn't heal myself because I thought we were safe. This is a life lesson. All right, I'm getting the hell away. Can I move back here?
All right, so where were you? You were here, right?
I was here. Yes. This is where
I just want to see 5, 10. He would get attack of opportunity because his reach is 15 feet.
Shit. Oh. I don't have disengage or anything.
Now you could action disengage, and he wouldn't get attack of opportunity on you.
Oh god. This is stressful. I'm gonna do it because if he does get an opportunity to, like, whatever I heal myself may not be enough compared to, like,
Yeah,
what you could
better
just
to have a
do.
turn that you can't do stuff when you be down.
Right. So I'm gonna use my attack or my action to disengage.
Mm-hmm.
Can I summon spiritual weapon as a bonus action? As well?
If as long as it can be summoned as a bonus action, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So, I will be summoning that bad boy.
Okay, I'll
Uh,
put down your token for you.
we don't have any. I don't have any sort of healing potions and think about it. Anyway. Okay. This is great. This is fine. This is fine.
We're having fun.
Yeah, we're having a good time right now. I think I wanted to go here.
Okay.
If I could go further, I would love to.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think you can move another 5 more feet.
Yes, I can. So I'm gonna go this.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over here. My spiritual weapon. Can it follow me halfway? Can it just chill out right there?
Can it use its movement on the turn you summon it?
I was gonna summon it as I run for my life.
Oh, okay, then yeah, that's fine.
Could it be like?
Yeah,
I
I'll
just
say that like
summon
you
it,
stopped, you summoned it, and you continued moving.
I'm like, oh my gosh, and then I keep running.
Okay,
So.
that works. Yeah, that's
Okay. That is that's all I can do.
Okay, Monreal, to end off the round.
Okay, so having just squirted out of the Minotaur's grasp, and seeing the way that they grasped at and hit Dahlia, I'm quite upset by this. So I'm going to dash, or not dash, but I'm gonna walk forward, or not walk, but I'm gonna briskly saunter 10 feet forward and go, Dahlia, get behind me! And I'll slam my cane down on the ground and look up at this very tall Minotaur and I go, naughty, naughty. And I squeeze the head of my cane and I give it a shake and I slam it on the ground again.
I just want to say
there's
phrasing. All right, continue.
We're still doing that.
We're still doing that.
And there's a glowing sigil appears underneath the cane, and it grows, and it kind of zigzags across the ground towards the Minotaur as I cast Earth Tremor.
Okay.
Ooh.
He needs to make a Dex 13 saving throw, or
That's-
take 1d6 bludgeoning damage and be knocked prone.
Possibly doable. That's a low DC. I could maybe do that. 15, so 14.
Bogus. And I go, well, Dahlia, I tried. And I'm going to turn around. I'm going to turn around as it gets up to it, and it just kind of goes up in a little puff. And I'm going to take my other 15 feet of movement and get behind Zethania here.
Okay. Okay.
Human
Alright.
shield things.
All right, you're going behind. Oh, is it thing there? Oh no, you're behind Gaju.
Aju, sorry.
Okay.
I
was like, did I
Yeah.
get tokens missed up?
And I'm like, I tried, and that'll be the end of it.
All right, top of the round, Gaju.
I would like to rage.
All
Yeah.
right, woo! First rage. Woo!
Yay.
Woo!
Gotta love the
Milestone.
rage.
Rage, my eyes go full red, like all the way sclera. There's no pupil or anything. And there's actually like little metal bits that kind of show up on my face. And I'm going to whip out my
Freezing?
double. Huh?
No, just ignore.
Whipping out your double. Your double.
I did scimitar, and I'm going to charge up to it, and I'm going to attack.
All right, cool. I dig it.
Yes.
Oh, I guess I should probably, add in the Semitic flare. There we go. You move up.
Yes. Okay, and that is natural 20.
All right.
Nice.
Wow. All right.
The dice are in my favor tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is going to be 2d4 plus 3. Oh shit, which one was the d4? The triangle?
One that wants to stab you in the foot.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Worse than
I can
those.
math.
The one that wants it.
That's gonna be 8 damage.
Ooh, okay. I will say for Simac Flare, because you did get natural 20 and you're raging off, you immediately go in there.
Oh,
as a-
right. Double damage,
Yeah,
right?
double damage.
Double dice.
So
That's-
double dice.
Double dice, that would be 10 plus 3, so 13 damage.
Okay. So as you run in, you immediately take a double scimitar, you're raging out, and as the creature just like kind of like aims its head to you, you're able to get like a leap and you're able to cut off one of its 4 horns.
Excellent. That's all I can do, so.
That's it. Okay. We go to Dira.
Alrighty, I am going to complete my movement toward him. And we're going to go in there with the sword. And we are going to remember to Divine Smite this time.
Okay.
Alrighty. Assuming we get to hit him, because that's an 11.
11's a miss.
Alright. 1 second. Beep, 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 beep. Alright,
Hey, DM, how many Monreals does half cover?
Let's see. A Monorail would be 2 Monorails to be half cover.
Okay.
alright, that was, hang on, how far
Thank
did
you.
I had to think
That
about
I
it for a second.
understand. That I understand.
That's not what I wanted. How do I undo that?
Asshole.
How did I make that go away? That's not the tool I wanted.
I'll take it away. It's fine.
Thank you.
Who does that?
Oh,
Who draws on the
because
map
I'm
other than the DM?
Yeah,
I see you measuring with Monreals
um,
there. Do you need some help?
Oh god, now you're clippy. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna I'm gonna stay here and get ready to hit him again.
Okay. All right.
That's my turn.
Cool. Then we go to Zephinia.
I am going to move up just slightly and throw in the chain sickle at him again. Not that. It's still within his reach, I think. 20 feet.
15-foot reach.
Okay, so I'm good.
You're good.
So I'd want to just stay out of range.
Mm-hmm.
Chain sickle.
Oh, natural one.
Oh.
Oh no.
So, Amanda knows what I do with natural ones when you guys are in combat, so you will not be surprised.
No, don't
so
do
as
it.
you swing with the chain, as you throw down with all your force, immediately it gets stuck in some of the brick. On your next turn, you'll have to actually undivot it to use it as your action.
Okay. I'm gonna sit there very sadly and
Okay.
end my turn.
All right.
Oh.
Minotaur's turn. He is going to lift up the palm of his hand as it starts radiating heat, and he's going to slam it down. Everybody within 20 feet of him is going to have to make a
Aw.
Constitution saving throw.
Unsave.
I think I am within the 20 feet.
5.
Oh,
Constitution.
Am I within 20 feet or is...
no, you're good.
18.
Okay.
Okay, so it was a 17, so your 18 does succeed, but you're going to take half damage. Gaju, if you got a...
I also have resistance.
Okay, so you'll take half and then half again. So it's 21 points of fire damage. So you take 10,
Ouch.
so 5, and then Gaju, you take the full 21.
And I take the full 21.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's the other way around. That's the other one. You take the 21. I'm looking at
Oh.
the actual combat screen, and I'm not looking at you guys, so I'm only listening to voices.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so 5 damage to me.
5 damage to you.
Okay.
As his second part of his attack, he is going to do his swipe again. So everybody within 15 feet needs to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Let's
Oh.
use the chunk for that.
Molten Revenge.
Okay.
Sorry, let me pull that up again.
And my dex save is a 7.
Oh no.
However, before he does that, does that first attack, does that count as an attack against targets other than me?
Yeah.
Can I get a sentinel attack in between here before I probably go down?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Alrighty.
He needs to make a Dex 11 saving throw for me.
Dex 11. All right.
Alright, so this is...
Oh, he got a
My
4.
sentinel.
Okay, sentinel.
Okay,
Sentinel,
so that's gonna
16
be.
to hit. Go ahead, get
Which
damage
dice?
first.
I think. I don't know which dice. Which is a D10? Is it?
D10 would be
this one?
the it'd be
It's
the one
the
that
10-sided one.
it'd be the one that has
It's-
the 0 on it, I believe. Specifically.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
he's going to. Molten Revenge, the ground beneath him is going to crack open a little bit, and fire is just going to shoot out right at
Okay.
him.
Ooh,
That's the 0. Is that actually 0 or is that
0 is
10?
10.
that's
It's
10.
10.
So you did max damage.
So 15 damage.
Okay.
And then I needed to make a dex as well?
Yes.
Okay. That's 12.
12 and
So my sentinel attack is 16 to hit. Go ahead,
16,
sorry.
16 is a hit.
Alrighty. And that is... So that is a 5 plus Divine Smite. So 15 total.
Okay. So because this happened before this happened before his side swipe. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, so it's 5 slashing, and then... Go away. Yeah, where is it? What's it say? Yeah, 5 slashing, and then 10 radiant.
Okay, got it. All right. So before he does his second attack, because you did this as a reaction, You notice that the radiant damage, he fears it. It doesn't seem like maybe it does more damage to it, but for some reason he gets confused in the presence of it, almost like it almost maybe messes up his mental connection with whoever's controlling him. As he starts kind of like shaking his head a little around, and that'll actually interrupt his second attack, so he actually has to skip his second turn. So then we go to Dahlia.
How is everybody looking health-wise? Because I'm not doing great. Who else is everyone okay?
Fine.
Can I
Not great.
I'm
doing
sorry to be
great.
that pain in the ass. I'm also raging, so I would have taken half.
Oh shit! So you took 5, so you only take 2 points of damage instead of 5.
Okay.
So, no, I get
You
it.
play a barbarian to not be a pain in the
Right,
ass.
I
Gavin.
get it. Like that's why I be a barbarian more times than not, because when you're raging, you're a beast. That's the way it is.
Beast mode. Okay, so
So you would have gained
God
3
is
health back.
fine. How's Dira? Are you okay?
I am not great, but I can function.
Are you like okay? Because I guess I can't specifically ask. Zephinia, you said you're not doing good.
No, I don't think I've gotten hit so far since we've come
No,
to this town.
Zephinia,
But
you haven't gotten hit yet.
okay.
Oh, okay.
It was somehow on my death saving throw, so I accidentally hit that.
Oh.
But no, I'm good. I'm good.
How is the
Panicked for a
Minotaur
minute.
looking?
It's hard to gauge. If you want, you can use your you can use the free action to give me an insight check or investigation check on him.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So that's not gonna.
It won't use up your action for this. No, it's just a free.
Okay.
It's a free second you can spend to quick make an assessment of his current condition.
You said insight or investigation?
Correct.
I'm going to go with insight.
Okay.
That is only 13.
13. Through a quick second that you're looking at, it doesn't look like his physical body has changed at all as far as taking damage since the battle started.
So he's not really phased right now whatsoever.
Not really. It looks, other than a few attacks between Gaju and Dira, he hasn't really had any reason to recoil back. The only thing that really has kind of affected him oddly was Dira's last radiant attack, but it didn't really necessarily do more damage to him. It just looks like he kind of got stunned by it a little bit.
Okay. I'm basically gauging whether we actually have a chance of winning this or not.
It's hard to tell with the 13.
Because I see that there is a teleportation device across the room. And if this is a losing battle, I want to get everyone out before I watch everyone die.
Well, just to imply, because no one actually checked this before, this one is not
that's the only
actually
problem.
activated. So you guys would have to figure out how to turn it on before you could just run through it. And he broke through the teleportation pad, so there's no pad left.
And I don't know if we run down the stairs, if the Minotaur's gonna be able to follow, or I just don't know if that's a good idea or not, because it'll pursue us no matter what. I don't know. Okay, how much? Let me see if I can figure this out really quick. Wait, hold on. Okay, so that's 35. I'm 30. I'm gonna go ahead and just like. Shit. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think about how to
cool.
do this. I'll go ahead and use my action to dash. And I will dash to this device here.
Okay, got it.
And I'm just gonna like see if there's something here we can work with, like to potentially get us out of here, because I'm not doing great, and we've already got one other person that's not tip-top shape, and this Minotaur is barely looking scraped from what I can tell.
Okay.
So I want to finish with it and see if I can find a way we can to potentially get this out of here as an escape plan.
Okay. So you'll have to do it on your next turn because you did use your free action to insight his condition.
Yeah. If you have a spiritual weapon though, so I can.
Yeah, you can use your bonus action to move the spiritual weapon if you want.
I think I use it to attack, but I can see the range on that really quick. Come here. Okay, so the range on my spiritual weapon is 60 feet, which I think I'm able to get there.
Yep.
Or at least here.
Yeah, no, you can get to either spot. You got plenty of distance.
Okay, I'm gonna get right here.
Okay.
Get like that. Good. Okay, so let me roll to attack.
Would you get a natural one? Okay.
Yeah.
So as your spiritual weapon immediately engages to attack, as it immediately tries to put its force against him, his hide is so thick that your spiritual weapon, whether it's his body, the control that's been taken over, or maybe just the fact that everything's getting so stressed out, you lose concentration and it actually just shatters.
It's fine. Crack open another one. It's fine. That'll be my turn.
Okay. All right. End of round 2. Monreal.
Okay, so, question. When Gaju cast Molten Earth, and, like, the ground split apart,
It didn't actually break
fire
the ground
came up.
necessarily.
It didn't? Okay, so there are no lasting effects from that
No.
spell.
No.
I couldn't say spray grease on an already very hot Minotaur.
No, because it doesn't stay actually like
Okay.
inflamed. It just like temporarily just heats up the ground. It just happens to crack some of the actual earth around it, but doesn't do enough damage to actually shatter the ground itself.
Okay, great. Second question. The chain sickle. When you say it's like stuck in the rubble, like did they just lose like grip of it, or is it like
So essentially what it is
stuck,
that because
or-
she throws it, she has a chain attached to one end, and when she missed, so when she pulled it back with the natural one, it would have got stuck between two boulders. So someone has to disjoint it for her to bring it back, or she has to walk over to the boulders themselves. I would essentially say that there would just be like some rubble over here, just because it's just for the natural one that she needs just to pull it out. It's nothing crazy. It's not like it requires a strength check. It just someone needs to physically walk over there to use the movement to pull it out.
Okay, great. So, I have, I've lost my meat shield, my teammate, and, I'm gonna.
Friends forever.
I watch all this go down and I go, hey, Zephinia, can I borrow your sickle quick?
It's kind of stuck.
Oh, that's okay. I don't care. That wasn't my question. Can I use your sickle?
It's my only weapon, so. No.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna put you down for a yes. And with that, I pull up my cane. I flip a lever. I push a button, and I aim at the chain sickle. And I do kind of like a flicking motion, and I cast catapult.
Okay.
Targeting the chain sickle.
Okay.
So, Dex save throw of 13.
Are you just trying to push it out of its rubble?
I am attempting to catapult this sickle into the Minotaur. So I'm using my cane as a sight, and I'm like scoped in.
Okay.
I'm just like.
So I'll say this is less of like the sickle having to do anything, and just you doing aim. So just roll me a d20. Just roll me a d20 to see if this works.
Okay.
Because you're also on a weird angle for it, where you would have to kind of like bank it a certain way.
Okay, I rolled a 15.
15. Sure, we'll say it works. So you're able to not only get out of the rubble, but you're able to actually being able to at least drag it across the Minotaur's body. So, Zephiny, you could roll damage for the scythe, or the blade.
As she's about to shoot, I just shout, "You break it, I break you."
Oh,
Okay, roll damage.
13 points. Okay. All right.
Um,
Okay.
You got your chain sickle back.
Okay.
Monreal.
The catapult does do damage too.
Okay, so
or
you apply-
are
you apply
are you
the-
rolling?
So she's just applying for you helping her, but you still do the catapult damage.
Okay, so my catapult damage was 15.
Okay, so additional 15 points.
I'm glad that worked out. I'm glad it didn't ruin my weapon.
Yeah, and I yell back. I think it's actually you break it. I bought it.
Somehow, like, you don't know how, but there's a little bit of grease on your blade. As like Monreal's trademark.
oh my god.
Just a little greasy.
If we're inquiring, it's like it's 1/4 Monreal size.
And a little greasy.
Okay. Anything else, Monreal?
No, I think that's enough.
Okay. Next up, Gaju.
I am almost out of spells, and I am raging, so I will not be doing anything there. I'm going to take my double-sided scimitar and try to hit again.
Do it to it.
That is 11.
Okay. Unfortunately, that is a miss. Anything else in your turn?
Can I bonus action unarmed strike?
Mhm.
Or is that an action?
Bonus action, unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Technically, let's see, because because you're using your two-handed scimitar. I'd say technically no, because you would have used both your hands to strike.
Okay.
Because it would have been classified as a two-handed attack.
Gotcha. Dira, you weren't doing too good on hit points right now?
No, not great.
Okay. I'm going to slide right in front of Dira.
Okay.
So if it tries anything, I can act as a shield. And that's all I can do. So, I guess... I can't move my token, so...
Oh yeah, sorry.
I think that's actually one of, if you look in the Dungeon Master's guide, you will find under Druid, one of the like feats is not being able to move your token, which I thought
Like,
was
where
a
are you going
really
with this?
strange. I thought that was a really like strange thing to write in there, and I was like, I don't even see how that
Is
would
this
ever
why
be
every dungeon
applicable,
master
but-
hates druids? Oh god, I gotta move your token
Yeah.
again.
I think I'm the pain in the
Okay,
ass.
the multi-class is Barb, so maybe you're able to use it, move it sometimes.
Oh crap, you got 5 companions now? Shit! Alright. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
Alright. Dira.
Okay, well, as much as I appreciate the gesture, I am pig-headed, and I am going to attack. Take my longsword attack here. And that is a natural 1.
Oh no. Okay. So
Oh.
as you strike, as you do it, you accidentally like swing too far and you actually kind of like impale some of the actual stone that's the rubble. You happen to chip some of your blade. It currently hasn't done anything major to your blade, but you have possibly an effect that might happen later on to your blade, unless you get it reforged.
The dice gods are punishing us tonight. What the
They
heck?
really are. What the hell?
No.
Dare
All
I ask
right.
if you got anything else you want to do on your turn?
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
And it's probably not going to do. We're probably going to continue exchanging this because as long as, actually, hang on one second. I can't remember. Is anyone else taking damage? Dahlia's too far away. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've got a tummy ache, but you guys focus on you.
We will. Don't worry. No, that would require a hit, so it's not doing me any good. You know what? Just for the heck of it, in case I might want to use my bonus for something else on another turn, I am going to go ahead and use harness divine power to get back a spell slot.
Okay.
A spell slot.
Splat. Still spell splat.
Get back a spell slot.
Okay.
I've only got a spell slots left, too. I'm watching mine.
And that is my turn, because I am not backing off.
Zephinia.
And certainly not giving him the attack of opportunity.
I'm gonna take that fancy dancy little firebolt scroll out and cast firebolt.
Yeah!
Okay.
Wait.
I think it's a... Is it a
Wait.
D10?
Oh, firebolt.
That's what I'm looking.
You're
Roll
using
modifier. On a hit, target takes 1d10 fire damage. Flammable object hit by the spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried. But yeah, 1d10. Looks like
Okay.
an
from
instant
from-
hit.
from behind you. You hear the ancient magics.
Okay, so
Nine.
because you would have to add your, depending on you, because do you have a spellcasting mod?
Oh, that's very new
Although
to me.
even if you did,
So
you'd still be short. So,
Well, that would be 9 damage because it's an instant hit, right? I'm looking.
no, you make a ranged spell attack against a target, which means you got to still do a magical spell attack.
Oh. Okay, I definitely didn't just do that.
Okay, so you
So,
can,
let me
if you
roll
want,
it.
you can take it back.
I'm taking it back.
Okay,
Rolling a d20.
okay,
17.
that's a hit.
So not gonna use that 9. Or reroll. Reroll. Okay. And
Okay, 10 points of damage. All right. Anything else?
no, that is it.
Okay. On its
That's
turn,
all I can do.
you all, as you all are getting damaged, you hear like the bellowing scream of the creature all the way back somewhere in the town. As you can hear the wailing of the spirit as it is making some kind of call. As the creature's eyes start to fade and it closes its eyes, it immediately disengages from battle and starts walking back into town.
Do we have can we strike?
You absolutely
If
can.
it's even-
No.
Yeah.
That's cocked. What do we add to that?
To what? To,
It's whatever attack you're making.
yep.
Right. That's
Can I-
24.
24
Woo!
to hit.
No. I don't know.
17.
Eh,
Is 17 a hit?
Well, you're not close enough to get an attack opportunity on it.
It should be in melee.
Yeah. The only two people who get the attack opportunity is would be Dira.
8 damage.
And Gun. 8 damage. Okay.
8 damage.
And Dira.
And that is a 9 to hit.
Oh, what to hit?
Never mind. 9.
9. Okay. So unfortunately, that's a miss.
The dice do not love me tonight.
I will say, Gaju, since you did make the hit on it, give me just a give me a dexterity check. Just a quick dexterity check. As it's walking away.
That's 11.
11. Okay. So as it turns around, then you two try to make your last swipes. As you do get your blade against it, you do happen to get the blade caught on something, as you do pull a piece of some of its fabric off that's attached to its body. As it starts to walk away. But before you investigate that, we're gonna end the session for the night.
No!
Oh!
Well, what have we learned?
Touch stuff.
Touch stuff! Let me touch stuff.
Raging
I
is
didn't-
beneficial.
Yeah,
So
rage
we-
is
Yes.
We
Beneficial.
lasted
good. Is good.
pretty late tonight, so we're gonna end the stream there.
Reach
Thank
is
you,
magical
everybody.
from Unreal.